Another one.
I can't be fucking arsed with tonight, to be honest with you. But
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams.
go on, crack on.
Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes.
He loves tits.
And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a sore. I'm putting that on the Lord.
I will knock you out, you cunt.
Yes!
Big, I gotta make it just for my kid. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds
The things are gone.
Fucking hell.
No one wanted that.
up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big. The only way that I can live.
Tell me my Twitter.
What's
it's
your fucking
Stasi87. What's your TikTok?
Are you
What's
on
your
fucking
handle on
TikTok?
TikTok?
Are you on
What the
fucking
fuck is it?
YouTube?
I'll follow you.
Who's this
Shut
fucker? Fuck off.
You fuck off. Come on, let's
Anyway,
get
Freddie,
normal now.
Freddie, how are you?
Did you just try interviewing me in a way that made this sound vaguely like a podcast?
Go on. Like, thank you for coming. Take it easy. Take it. Good night.
Another one.
It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us make it, helps us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
Yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking.
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs.
We've got kids to pay for.
Yeah.
Listen,
We
I'll
need
be
to
honest.
keep this-
If I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So
And we already know.
you don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back
Yeah, please.
because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Pick one. Help
Sign
us.
up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Oh, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd
I
buy
don't
a
know how much
starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving.
That's what we are.
Look at me.
Look at him.
I'm
Do you think that? Do you think this?
Help.
Another one. Another one.
It's happening.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 99. Is it?
Yeah.
99, boys. You made it
Fucking
just
hell.
before we reached triple figures.
That's the real good one because the 100 is just
Yeah, 100's
nonsense
a bit,
in it.
It's a bit shite, innit?
Wanking
Well, anyway,
yourself
so
off.
welcome to episode 99 of Another One podcast with
99 podcast and not a bitch on one.
me, Simon Wozniak, my co-host Robert Thomas, and 2 debutantes.
Oh wow, yes.
They've never. Have you ever met before, you two?
No,
we never.
first time.
meeting. So to my left, to the non-viewing listener, we've got Khalid Winter,
Hello.
and to my right on Team Bob is Dustin Moore,
Hello. Yes.
South African.
Have we
There
met,
we go.
Dustin?
We've met, but you wouldn't have remembered because
Right.
I was doing like a 5-minute spot or something. So.
Right, because yeah.
But it was at Alexander's in Chester.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
now I do
yeah.
remember now. Yeah,
You killed it, and I was like, "Hey Rob," and you were like, "I'm gotta go."
yeah.
You're like a-
fucking leave me alone. You open spot. Don't fucking talk to me. No, I don't know anyone.
You're a new act, but you're not, are you? That's the thing with you.
Yeah.
So you're doing like the new act spots, but you're going, oh, he's good.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
like because you've been going 15 years in South Africa.
No, not that long, like 6, yeah. But it's funny because like people are like, "Oh, you really did well for that 5. I think you could do a 10." I'm like, "Yeah, I hope so." Man. Like, what are all these years for? Man?
Yeah.
So it's quite.
What's
funny.
it like in South Africa then? The scene,
Yeah, it's
non-existent.
It's just, I'd say there's not as much of an industry as here. Does it make sense? Like here you have people that make a living running comedy.
Yeah.
Like there we just like,
There's no career. Just
you
people
just
getting
got to
up and
hustle
doing
and do
it.
everything yourself, man.
Right.
Yeah. So I think the comics, like Trevor Noah, for example, he just sold his own show and that's what, if you want to do well, you have to do that.
Yeah, because I was with your mate last night.
Yeah, Vui. Yeah.
Vu. And
Vui.
Vui, that's it.
There
I
we
was,
are, that's
I
spot on.
was doing his name. Because I'm, what I'm like with
you're
names.
cranking your neck, you can turn in a bit. I said to Khalid as well,
Yeah.
just
Oh,
because
magic. Okay.
when we sat there doing the other 100th episode, I felt a bit neck cranky. So if you are feeling
You're giving
that,
away the
twist
magic
it.
now.
I like the
told him
ergonomic
it's
comforts
99
of the
and now
show,
it's-
man. That's
What?
so cool.
You just told them we've done 100th episode already.
Yeah, I'm what? They think this is what? Then he structured the first 5 minutes, so you find the headphones. Oh yeah, we've given away the trade secrets. This
magic.
is a live stream. Oh, who'd have thought?
So I remember that show channel before the magician shows you the
The time
tricks.
you fell asleep and we didn't edit it out. Fucking hell.
You fell asleep on the podcast.
No, but probably.
We did the Patreon before. 4.5 minutes in, he'd yawned 5 times. And he's going to me and giving away the secrets. How fit do you think these are? That this isn't done week by week.
I just didn't want to ruin a surprise with the big hundreds.
Yeah, someone.
Oh, right, the switch of the
The
seats.
century switch of the seats and all that, yeah.
Well, we didn't do it. Whoa. Just a joke.
Where yeah, I was with
on
mate
this
Vui
podcast.
last night, and he was saying he's doing his own show next next week, and I was like, fucking hell, it's a bit fucking much. And then, like you say, it's just what everyone does.
Yeah, you have to build it yourself. So that's a good skill, but it's also tough, isn't it?
Are people
Yeah.
trying to leave? Like, is the idea you get big and then you leave South Africa?
No, I don't think so, man. Like we've got a guy who's quite. He does a lot of like big shows here. Luis Sogola. He's done live at the Apollo.
yeah.
But he spends, I'd say, most of his time in South Africa. So I think the guys who do well, do both almost. And there's a lot of South Africans in the UK. It's like something like 250,000 of us.
Fucking hell.
That were
Too
bored,
many,
so-
They're all
right, innit?
comedians.
Yeah, I wish, man.
250,000. Oh, you get one Facebook group, you could sell loads of tickets on that.
Basically, yeah. So there's guys that like are South African comics, and they come here and they just do South Africans all over.
Oh wow.
Do you know what I mean? They just
Yeah.
So and then Australia, we all over the world, man. So there's guys that
Like
are
a
doing
South
global
African
tours.
circuit.
Yeah, just to South African expats.
Nice.
Not a bad market.
No, yeah.
It just depends what the land South Africa for anymore and stuff.
There's bear in New Zealand, South Africans. And
There
I
is?
found out New Zealanders don't like them.
Don't they?
Nah, I don't know what it is, but
Does not travel well?
they
I don't
don't
know.
like the ones that have moved there.
I think it depends when they left South Africa.
Well,
Do you
yeah,
know
a
what
lot
I
of them
mean? Like,
left.
the guys-
A lot of
the guys that left when they heard Mandela was president are like, I'm getting out of here. Those are the ones.
Yeah.
Apartheid's
bro.
done, that's me, fuck that. No.
Bro, how racist you have to be to be like, apartheid's done, I'm out.
They're very racist, aren't they, South Africans?
No,
would you say?
man. It depends who. It's like a bad stereotype. Come on.
Never gonna get a white South African to admit to that, are you? Yeah, of course, you're like the you're quite racist.
Yeah.
aren't you?
Look, every now and then you see a video and you're like, what are you doing to us, dude? Like, why are you doing that? Because there are some. Like, I'm not saying there's none, but
Yeah.
it's not like it's, there's
Yeah,
lots
yeah.
of really
I
good people.
wasn't trying. I was joking. I wasn't trying to. That's like,
Was
I
he
was
wasn't?
like,
He
I was like,
being
get him
deadly
off this
serious.
fucking
Well,
boy.
I believe the glasses and the archaeology of you.
No,
all. I
what-
thought, he must know.
Oh no, I
stuff.
wasn't joking about people in New Zealand. Like, have this thing about South Africans
Oh, do they
when I
not
was
like?
there.
Is it the rugby? Do you reckon?
Yeah, it's a casual. I don't think it's like a serious thing, but it's
Are
like,
you
you know,
just
like
not going to
casual,
UFC
casual thing. No.
because of Israel and Dominic the police.
yeah.
I was
Is
like,
that-
yeah, these Israeli, these.
That's how I base all
Yeah.
of my
Don't
shit.
tolerate racism on this
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. No, because
Casual
Sexism.
only.
Sexism.
Yeah.
Now I've been to New Zealand quite a few times, and I've picked up the vibe off
Right.
people there. But it's like not hatred. Do you know what I mean? Just like Manchester and Scousers and all fucking.
Oh,
you know,
right.
they don't really hate each other. They're just fucking.
Now, there's a big,
Right.
like, the rugby rivalry is quite
Yeah,
big,
that's probably
but
a
then,
big part of it as well.
So,
Yeah, and cricket as well. They both play cricket.
What were you doing over in New Zealand? Dustin?
My,
A few times.
my missus' dad lives there.
Right.
He's not
Wow.
from there, but he's moved over there.
What's he like?
What's he like?
Yeah.
He's
Let's
nice.
talk about your missus.
Someone told you about my missus' dad.
yeah, I want to know. Look, you just said he's been a few
When
times.
I said we Dustin,
He's found us off
I wasn't
African
mean-
vibes.
I wasn't mean Dustin there because you dust,
Yeah.
don't you?
I thought, yeah.
Yeah. When
So
he said
Dust-
what was your name?
I thought it was me for a second, and then I was like, oh, no,
So the
it's
way you
not.
looked at me like,
Yeah.
Maybe he's missed his dad. He's the one who hates South Africans. He's just taking the whole vibe
Yeah,
from
yeah,
that,
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Nah, and I got remarried to a South African.
And then moved to New
how
Zealand.
could he possibly hate
Yeah.
My
wife
wife's
is
South
South
African.
now, yeah.
Nah,
You
really
would hate
didn't.
South Africans. You're married
Yeah.
one.
Just so we can have a go at him in the boozer. I'll marry one.
Yeah. Just,
Listen, it's not because of it. It's all Kiwis don't like them.
nah, but it's nice that he's in New Zealand, knowing it. So any
I have
chance I
heard
get
it's
to go
lovely,
there,
like.
it's like,
Yeah, I'd love to go, man.
I love Lord of the Rings as well. I'm a proper fucking like nerd.
Yeah, I can tell. All was he said to me was Khalid's clever, does archaeology, and he turns up in a cord jacket. It's like, yeah.
It's a core jacket, mate. You're
I like
clever.
your glasses, by the way. I want a pair.
Yeah, I went
Bar.
70s.
Yeah, I like the double bar. I want them.
Leaning into the old.
Yeah. I used to have the thick black frames. But
Yeah, I
was-
used to have thick black ones and then went for thin
yeah.
silver.
like fucking like Vietnam War standard issue glasses. That's what I thought. I actually just thought like a fucking no, the thick black frame ones.
I don't know.
It's like army glasses, isn't it? That's what they give them in the army.
The Vietnam War glasses.
You never watched the Vietnam War film? So when the ones that wear glasses,
Gotta
they all
understand that you're
Like
speaking to here.
Tropic Thunder was
the ones that wear
Vietnam.
glasses in the Vietnam War film.
Forrest Gump.
This sounds. I thought this was like a fucking
The
like
beach,
thing that everyone
yeah.
would just get.
No,
This is like me trying to do observational material.
Yeah,
in
you're
college. Everyone's just like, the fuck are you talking
We
about?
made like all the associations to Vietnam War's glasses
That
are
is
just
me.
nowhere
That
near
is
that.
every
You know
time
what
I
mean?
try to do observational material.
Why would you go
Really
Vietnam
shallow.
War?
The crowd,
For standard
I'm
issue
like,
glasses
do
as
you know
well?
when? And they're like, no, we don't know when. You fucking weirdo. Shut up. All right, go
Why
back
would you
to
go
it.
straight to Vietnam War as well? Why is that the one with the standard issue?
Because I don't know if they give them anymore, but like when I like Vietnam War films, and you always see them wearing the black glasses, the thick black frames. But obviously, no one else is aware of that.
I don't
Just
think
me.
I've ever seen it.
I think the only Vietnam War film I've seen is Forrest Gump and Tropic Thunder, maybe.
I didn't even know. And
Platoon- you
Good
never
Morning Vietnam.
Never
That
seen
was-
Platoon?
No.
Oh, it's
No,
a
I've
great
not
film.
seen that. I've heard people mention
Great
that one.
film. Dark, but good.
Wow, what's it about? I'm not going to watch it.
It's dark. And if you take the glasses
It's
off,
the fuck. Well, but it's just about like but it's about the soldiers being cunts basically.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Um,
ones?
The Americans.
Abu Ghraib and that.
Yeah, but worse than that.
Ooh.
oh wow.
Yeah, they kidnap like a Vietnamese woman and like just take her with them.
Take takes
Yeah.
on him.
It's a long time since I watched it. But yeah.
Oh, Karate Kid as well. That could be a Vietnam on it.
Has it?
The new series.
Oh right. I was like, what? When he fucking gets conscripted and Mr. Miyagi's like conflicted.
No, who's the bad guy? The bad dojo master. That's the new one
know.
anyway. The
Top
new
Gear,
Netflix.
they did an episode on Vietnam.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
think
Yeah,
that's
they
all
all-
our Vietnam associations got.
They're mad, them, aren't they? The top. They go through like a motorbike with an American
Yeah,
flag
yeah,
on
that
it.
was their whole thing. We did something America couldn't. We went all the way to the north or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they went to Argentina with the Falklands license plate. And almost got murdered.
Was this
Oh,
Paddy
wow.
McGuinness here or Jeremy
this is-
Clarkson?
No, clearly, very clearly,
Andrew
Jeremy Clarkson. yeah.
Andrew Flint, fucking Argentina, like go fuck yourself.
I don't know. Paddy's wild.
Yeah, I don't think Paddy'd understand.
Yeah,
The only way
yeah.
Paddy'd do it is someone did it, and he's just like, "What are you getting come up for?
yeah.
What? I don't
So he'd do
understand."
it, but he wouldn't know why.
Yeah.
You could get him to do it, though, couldn't
Man,
you?
these
Just
people
like,
are so
yeah, they love
friendly.
America here, you know, just put a I think you're great.
You ever been to the Falklands?
No, a bit young for that.
So you're an archaeologist.
Yeah. Well, I've stopped doing art. Just don't do I don't do digs anymore. Did my last dig last year.
Why do
Where
you
was
not
that?
do them anymore?
Because it's hard work. I can't do it with comedy because it's too just full-time job in comedy, innit? You know, it's like you
Where
have
was
to
the
stop
dig?
doing it, yeah. Last one I did was in London near the Shard,
Oh.
like near London Bridge.
What was you looking for?
We found it's just like pre-development because they're gonna when you build something you have
Oh,
to pay
so-
for the archeology before you
Right, so
before
it's
you're
not
allowed
really
to build.
Indiana Jonesy. It's more.
But we found a big Roman. It was in the news and all that. It's in like New York Times, yeah, big Roman site.
You found it or someone else did?
Well, I was part of the team that found it.
Who found it?
You found it. You found it.
Well, we all found different things because it's a big site in it, so we're all digging on our own little spot.
So what was it?
What did you
It's a
find? Toilet?
mausoleum.
Mausoleum.
Yeah, so it's like big
That's where
Roman.
you put dead people.
Yeah. Big Roman mosaic. Like it was nice.
Got a photo or anything of it?
Yeah, I get your photo of it. It's in the newspapers
How
and
big
all that.
was it?
Massive. The site's massive. It's like a big, massive
So
complex.
what
with
happens now
multiple
you found
buildings.
that?
So normally, what you just take it out and like put it where
Right.
where else. A lot of stuff just gets thrown away because we haven't got enough space. Because there's a lot of stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Can't you go and have it yourself?
It's worthless.
No.
So you got the glasses?
So
You can't. So
yeah.
No, we just throw it away. Yeah.
you can we throw it away. So.
How much interest is there going to be in a Roman mausoleum then?
Well, because this is owned by TfL, who are Travel for London, the site,
Yeah,
so it's like a government thing. So they're going to keep it there, so you can go and see it when they finish building the building. You can go and have a look at it. But it's like the biggest mosaic we've found for about 60 years in England.
You ever found anything that stopped production?
That's delayed it, but
Right.
you don't stop it. You have stuff called like if it's like really important, like when they found the Roman amphitheatre, they had to redesign the building that they were building
Oh,
to
wow.
keep it where it is
Where's that?
under Guildhall. in London. It's the same with like the Roman wall in Chester. Like you'd have to, you won't be allowed to like take it out and build.
Do they know that there's going to be something like this there? They got any sort of inkling?
You have an idea because you've done other excavations around it. So it's like a big jigsaw in it, and you're like piecing them, piecing it together.
Piecing together like a city that's just sunk into the ground.
So it's about. It's weird. Like London was about, and it's true for all major cities, but it depends how old they are.
Yeah.
London, the natural level of London is about a floor below the current level. So if no one ever lived in London, it would be like a floor lower than it is now, which is weird because that's just the street to you.
Just shit that's built up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just building on top, on top.
So you can find lots of stuff.
Yeah. So then
how do you know
dig
it's
down.
a Roman thing though? Like, what do you do? Because if I saw that, I wouldn't know. I'd just be like, oh, that's.
It's like
some marble rock.
Yeah, it's a marble rock. Yeah,
Used to be a kitchen here.
It's obvious. It's like if I showed you like a photograph from the 90s.
Love the way you say it's obvious, and it's not though, is it?
No, but I mean it's obvious if you know what it is. Like if I showed you a picture from the 90s, you'd know it's from the 90s, isn't it? Like the computer, what they've got, the clothes, what they're wearing,
the imagery
like,
and that,
same thing. Yeah, you just know what they.
So
what
would
they
you
have.
even know like who it is, like what the job they would have had, or they would have been like a general, or
Yeah. So at first, because it was so fancy, we thought it might be either a general, like a retired general, or possibly a retired gladiator, because we found a lot of like combat stuff.
Yeah,
like they used to wear these. They used to wear like these necklaces, like a dick. The pendant was like a dick and balls.
Yeah.
And like gladiators.
Meant to be a dick and balls, or just
No, it's meant to be a dick and balls, and like gladiators and soldiers would wear them because they're like, I've got a fucking dick and balls on my neck. I'm fucking.
I love that.
I'm a man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, can you imagine going into war? You're like, I can't go. Where's my dick and balls?
Dick and balls. Yeah, so we found loads of shit like that, which is like, and then we
That's
found
the stuff you throw away.
Yeah.
The dick and balls.
No, because what happens? There's stuff that it just gets disturbed or whatever by machine, so you have to throw it away. But obviously, like.
So what do you mean disturbed by the machine? Like what would disturb something?
Because you use a JCB to go through layers
So
where
if you
there's.
scrape that up and it's in the debris, then that's no use to us now.
Yeah, because if you think about
what's yours, then it's like you when you whoop something in the Asda.
Yeah,
you have to go knock a bit off. I'll have to dick and balls that. Yeah.
50% off.
Yeah. Oh no, chiseled that a bit too hard. Oh no, it fits you lovely in my bathroom now. This.
What's this? They're taking it to the till. What's happened here?
Got a sword.
A sword.
Where are you going with that sword? Yeah. Oh, you.
I've been on sites where we found swords. I haven't found a sword.
Did that get dislodged?
No. Like genuinely, like the only stuff that gets taken, not by me, is stuff that's genuine, just stuff that you genuinely can't use. Because once it's not where it should be, you can't really use it. Because in theory, I could have dropped it there or something. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Unless it's actually in the ground. Because so
would be a nightmare.
It is, and if it's something dead important, you just.
What's the coolest thing you found?
Probably when I was in Africa.
Porn.
Oh yeah.
And I was in Uganda. I was in like the Rift Valley porn. I'll come back to that. so we were finding tools there like from like 2-3 million years old.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Because that's just like Roman is like 2,000 years. It's old, obviously. It's like, you're like, this is old. But when it's like millions of years.
It's like a different species of.
And it is a different species.
Fuck works that out.
It's mad at it. Yeah, I don't work out.
3 million years.
It's obvious if you look at it and you know, apparently. How do you fucking not know, dude? You look at that, you're like, that's a 2 million year old rock.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
That is true, though. It's like when you
fucking Romans in Uganda, is it? Yeah.
Sitting there going, millions of years.
It is true, though.
No
like,
one's going to call anyone and go,
yeah, I did work it out, but
someone's just bullshitting and everyone's going, I'm not questioning it. Yeah.
Oh, mate, I do that all the time, though. You know, people who get proper upset about history.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's people who are like, Anglo-Saxons, that's my fucking great-great-great-granddad. And I'll just, like, make up some bullshit. Right. And then when they say no, I was like, well, I'm an archaeologist.
Yeah, you got the credentials.
But yeah,
like in the pub.
Vikings were transgender, you know that. Yeah. And they just get few.
They didn't have the dick and balls on their chains. So.
Alfred the Great was Chinese or something.
So the million years, so how is that? I'm tempted to think it's bullshit, but
how's it worked out?
Yeah,
that's like geology and stuff. That's outside my. I can recognize how old. Like if I see it, I can tell you how old it is. But
you want to know how it survived?
Well, no, just the idea that they go, that's in the ground, how on earth what is it? Some sort of the soil?
It's like geologists and stuff can tell. I don't know this exactly, but
That's
like
like
they can
carbon.
tell like the sediments of like when each layer's from and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's like what we started using fire 2 million years ago, and they can tell from like the food fossils and stuff.
Yeah,
Something like that. So
Yeah.
they can be like, oh, that's when we started roasting chicken.
Yeah, like I've got a couple of stone tools at home. Not that I took from a site, like obtained with Providence from legitimate dealers and that.
Certificates of authentication and all that.
Legitimate antiquities dealers, Christie's auction and that. But like one of the things I've got is about 1 million years old. It's like a stone axe that they use with the hand to like break up like stuff. And then the other one is about.
Ever used it?
No, I should show that. That'd be cool.
Just once, be like, it's fucking shit. This
It's still solid.
It's stone, so it's like carved stone. So it's just.
But it must be blunt.
as it was.
It's not sharp. Or
it's like kind of sharp. Yeah,
Kinda
sharp enough to like butcher something. About 1 million. And then I've got another one that's like a stone that they use for like crushing bones, and that's about 2 million.
And
2 million years old.
that?
That's called Aldervan. So I think that's who is it? I think it's
Aldervan,
like yeah. I think it's Australopithecus, which is like a species.
Ah, yeah, I know that.
It's a species that we evolved from. So it's like our ancestors, but they're not humans.
And they crush bones with that, like
They use these like they're like these little blocks of stone like this, and they like break them so the edge is like sharp, and then they use it to crush bones. So humans are one of the only animals that can break bones, basically.
Boom, baby.
That's one of the.
That's badass.
Yeah, one of the reasons that humans were so successful is because we could scavenge, we could break bones and get the marrow out of the bones.
And do what?
So and then eat it. So we'd let other animals kill, and then we'll just come along, break up the bones, and just have the marrow out of it.
Just like a load of liver kings, yeah.
Yeah, just going along, just having.
just suck the marrow out of the bone.
Yeah,
That's such a funny line.
Cheers, man. I like him.
It went over their head though. They didn't even get that. That was so.
It happens all the time.
Just dropping gems over here.
Do you want a liver king?
Yeah.
That was his big thing. You have to mad about the bone.
Yeah.
Say it again, and then he can laugh. And
I like it going. I like it going under.
My dad did. Immigrants do it.
Do what?
Yeah.
Suck the marrow out of the
chicken
bones.
wings.
Yeah, my dad used to do it.
Yeah.
My dad's like, he couldn't leave meat on a bone.
Yeah,
I'm like that now. Suck everything off.
Yeah, it's the best part, man. Meat on the bone.
Would you break the bone and suck that as well?
Yeah, well, I've obviously, as a fat man, developed the skill to do it all in one go.
Break
I don't
the bone.
need to break the bone anymore, but like,
But no, some people will break the bone. And suck
Yeah. If my dad was
just
eating
bit on
lamb, snap the bone and suck out the marrow out of the inside
You
of the
don't
bone.
yeah, but while you're cooking it, you can scrape it out. You like there's a way.
There are parts, man. I do that with like good meat. If you do a stew and you just you stick your pinky in like the other hole, and then
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
good.
exactly. Yeah,
I've never tried
Yeah.
it. I might try it.
Because you got to
Fit
create
like.
suction, to get the marrow.
it's nice. It's
Is it? I feel like I'm being tricked
Sam
here.
is like,
But
no
I'm gonna
ways.
do-
just get to if you're that hungry.
This is like this is going to be a fad diet, and
So
it like
I'll give you-
3 million, like paleo diet. Where they're like 3 million years ago, they sucked the marrow out of bones. That's how you survive.
You know the steak that I give you.
The hot point.
What the steak what's it called again?
Tomahawk.
Tomahawk.
Yeah.
I sucked the bone out of that. There's not a bit of meat on that bone left.
Yeah, but I'm not about the meat. I'm about inside.
Yeah, but I'm on it. Yeah, but yeah. No, I'm
Suck
not.
the bone
No, but I think you're
Wasn't
thinking
any
of different
tomahawk, but
things.
yeah. No, I do know. I know what you're thinking of. Yeah, but I'm going all in and everything. Yeah.
You're talking about the nice soft part that's in the bone. You're talking
Yeah.
about the actual
marrow,
like,
yeah.
marrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think he's on
And I
about
do
that.
both.
and he's on that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're on about. Like,
I don't. But
I'm just
But we're not.
expanding the conversation.
we shouldn't need.
We're
to
not
do that.
struggling to survive anymore. We don't need to.
Stop.
Yeah, but it's I'm
Still
big on
got
the
the
old
skill just
Joe
in
Rogan.
case, Khalid.
Fuck it, your cat brings in a bird and you're snapping the bone.
Yeah, but I'm big on the Joe. Don't waste the kill. You know what I mean? Don't waste the kill. Take all of it.
Don't waste the
Don't
kill.
waste the
yeah, man.
kill,
More
man.
respect.
Well done, cat.
It's more respect to the animal. You know what I mean? Like, someone kills you, and like,
It is true.
if someone
though.
was going to kill me, I don't want to just have my heart. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what cannibal kills me, and just, you hear about them just cutting off bits and shit. Like, have me all.
Yeah.
Put me in a freezer.
Make you some jerky,
Yeah,
Rob
I want a
jerky.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, make full use of me. Don't be fucking throwing bits of me away. Like, oh, fucking, there's a shin bone gone. Like, oh, come on, grind it down, put it in the pasta or something.
No, I agree. Yeah, suck out the marrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Was there hippos in the Thames or Thames? Is that how
Yeah, in the Ice Age. Yeah,
Yeah,
lions, hippos. I think
How
elephants
crazy is
as well.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but where was the Thames though at that point?
It's a different.
Like,
No,
let's-
it's
Let's
just-
not start that like,
Yeah,
the hippos in the Thames yet, but the Thames was in Uganda, so
I like the way you got so annoyed there. Don't fucking question that.
Fucking tell me about the Thames.
Yeah, it was London, that's what it was. Because it was Southern. If they said it was the Hippos and the Mersey, I'd have let it go. I'd have gone, yeah, there was. Yeah. We fucking best Hippos in the world, mate.
Top quality hippos.
The fucking top Hippos.
Dude, hippos doing weekends at hot water.
Where are you from, you nonce?
So why is the Thames not in London?
It is.
No, it is in London, but he's saying millions of years ago there's hippos in the Thames.
He's saying the land's changed
But
over millions of years.
Originally was one piece of land, wasn't it? And it broke off.
This is becoming an archaeology learning podcast.
That's
This
like
tends to happen if we have a specialist on something. We just fucking hammer them, and then.
Unfortunately, you've drawn a short straw.
Unless, what did you do in South
No, I got nothing.
What
man.
did you do in South Africa before you're a comedian?
the oldest human ever is from South Africa.
Who's
There
that?
you go. Segue into South
what's
Africa.
Oh, again,
her
no,
name?
surely the oldest-
lady. That's
The
her
oldest
name.
human ever is just African. Yeah.
Oh, back then. I mean, South Africa didn't exist millions of years ago.
South Africa did.
No, it did. I mean, as a country, no, it did.
Rhodesia.
But the
T-shirt. Someone's watched Blood
it
Diamond.
was still 3 million years ago. It was still a British colony.
Look, mate, I'm
When did we stop owning it? When did we start? Like, how long was the lease?
I guarantee you, there's people in Kent who think the British Empire is 3 million years old.
So when did we start breaking away?
Britain or the
whole.
I don't. A long time ago, like
More than three?
way before humans.
But we still are, aren't we? I mean, that's just going to keep going on, and we'll bump into each other
it's
on
still
the other side or
changing.
something.
The only word
Is
out
that
recently.
what's going to happen? Yeah,
But yeah,
a few more million years, we'll all be like Wales.
that's what-
Wales will be back in.
Well, that's what mountains are,
it's
innit?
going to be a
Wales
tropical.
Islands.
This will be tropical.
This is my area of expertise, by the way. So I'm back on the level
plates
of
are going to
everyone.
be joined again.
But I think mountains are basically where the plates like come together like that, and then they
Pangea.
build, and then they push up. Pangea, that's what it's called. Did you watch Dinosaurs? Do you remember that show, Dinosaurs?
Yeah,
that was
not the mummer.
Pangea. That.
Not the mummer.
Pangea Sculptures is on the way into Ormskirk.
Yeah, because I do love that line. We're all African, aren't we? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, we all Pangean then.
Yeah. We're all everything. Everyone's inbred if you think about it,
Nice.
Yeah.
because we're all from the same ancestor.
Adam
You
and
know,
Eve.
25% of British people are related to William the Conqueror.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So like a quarter of the people in the country. Do you know?
Our Bill.
Mm.
Where your parents from?
My mum's English. My mum's like the whitest of the whites,
Yeah.
and my dad's from Pakistan,
Whereabouts in England is your mum from?
Manchester. Like far back as they know, they're from Manchester.
Your dad, first generation.
Came in the 80s.
Nice.
Had me, sent me off to
Sent you off.
Send you off where?
to
New
get
Zealand.
educated and that, innit?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Not sent. I didn't go boarding school or anything. I was poor as shit. But I mean, like to university. And
You made that sound like it was a punishment. That sounds nice.
Yeah.
And where are your mum and dad from?
Rhodesia, my dad.
Thank you.
Yeah, there we are. 1 point to Simon.
is that
1-0.
Zimbabwe?
Yeah, Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah. But I mean, you would have been born when it was still called
Yeah.
Yeah.
the 50s. Yeah, and then my mom's South
Northern
African.
or southern?
Yeah, but where are they from? It's the first time I've ever said that for
everyone, like, everything's
Isn't it good that
Scottish.
you can say it to them?
Yeah, you can say it to me.
Now, where you really from?
Yeah.
Yeah, Scotland. Glasgow, man, was where my granddad was from. And he moved after the Second World War because he got shot or something. So he wanted a nice
What, in
warm climate.
Glasgow?
Yeah.
You got shot in Glasgow after the Second World War. Oh, fuck this shithole. I'm moving to Rhodesia.
Went and fought in the
It's a bit
Second World
calmer
War.
there,
It was fine. Went back to Glasgow.
I
Got
actually
shot.
went, when I was in Glasgow, I went and saw where, like, because you can get the census and see where he lived. And then I went to his, like, block of flats and I was like, I see why you left. You know what I mean? So
Just standing outside, some shaft there smoking. Oh, my granddad used to live here, did he? Fucking same boiler, mate. Fuck off.
Why were you in Glasgow?
I was doing stand-up.
Oh, right. Who for? Alan Anderson.
Yeah.
Boring.
For
He's at the Rotunda.
Rotunda, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. How was it?
Yeah, magic. First night was not as good as the second night.
Did you tell him you guys Regents? How it went down?
Yeah, I said my granddaddy's from Glasgow, just so that.
Did they enjoy that?
Yeah, they loved that.
Did they
It's not
say,
hard to imagine when they look
not
at
say
me either,
Catholic,
you know?
Catholic or Protestants?
Yeah.
Straight.
Good crowd, you know, Glasgow.
Love
Yeah,
you,
the
man.
boss.
I
you
love
on with?
Glasgow.
Oh, I can't even remember. Like,
Good
I
night.
can
Good
picture
night.
them in my head, but I can't.
What would they look like? Scottish.
Yeah, Scottish.
Trying to guess the bill. You closing
No, I was opening. I think someone, Liam.
with nail,
Is that it? Yeah, you're really funny, man.
There's a Liam with nail, like.
Yeah.
like sort of smooth, sort of longish hair.
I don't remember.
Compares
his
a
hair.
lot.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he was closing. There was a lady,
Could've been closing.
really funny. Was her name Susie?
Susie McCabe.
Yeah, she was hosting. Yeah. And then, I don't know who the middle was.
Liam Farrelly, maybe?
I don't know. Didn't he win Scottish Comedian of the Year? Who's that?
It's like a green room channel.
So that's what I mean. We've gone from archaeologist because he wants to know who died on the bill. Basically, what he's trying to work out is who had the weakest gig. He's sitting here going, "Who was on?" Because he's trying to work out who had the best gig of that night.
Interested in knowing the bills. I like to know a bill.
Was the crowd like any hens?
Was he drinking?
I like to know a bill.
Were they a bit weird?
I like
Sorry?
to know
That's what people say when they die in it and they come off.
Yeah,
They're a bit weird.
Yeah,
a bit weird then.
Bit
Yeah,
weird.
a bit of a tough
flat.
crowd.
Bit flat then.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I thought they were all right.
Have you done the rotunda?
No, I've not done it. I've done the stand, but I imagine it's similar. I imagine it's similar crowds.
Are you
Probably.
joking?
Is it not? I don't know. Glasgow, innit?
I don't know. I think the stand might be a little bit more
Is that like gentrified Glasgow?
giving,
Yeah.
maybe.
It's in like a gentrified. It's like a nice gentrified area, that innit, where the stand is at the West End.
The Glasgow one. I
Mm.
think so. Yeah.
So you say
this
this-
in the Newtown.
The stand's easier than, or more forgiving than the, what do you mean?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little bit less council.
Okay.
Something might be a bit more rough and ready. I think.
Yeah.
Depends what you're suited for.
I came on.
I'd do
Yeah.
better the rough and ready than I would do.
Oh, right. I came on. The first thing I just said hello, and someone just straight, wasn't joking. It was just, your accent shit. Just straight away. Just so aggressive as
I don't
well.
think
From
you'll
the
get that
dark.
at the stand.
Hey?
No, you
No,
know.
Yeah.
no, and she
No.
meant it, man. It was so funny. I was like, that's fucking brilliant. A Glaswegian telling me I've got a shit
Yeah.
accent. You know what I mean? Just straight off the bat, dude. I was like, okay, I'm
what happened,
going to
wasn't
work. It's brilliant, man.
Because it was finally their chance to fucking say it to someone.
Yeah, it was
Really
funny.
personal and horrible.
You know, when someone's, and it was funnier than anything I could have said, I guess, than, hi, my name's Dusty. As soon as, like, bang, your accent shit.
Did you feel like you were home when you went to Glasgow?
There was a weird thing when
Like,
it sounds, but
there's
I
loads of
think
more
it's-
white people. It's great.
No, but it's, like, that's where your ancestry is. So
Yeah.
there was that, but I don't know if that's real or it's just in my head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I
you've got
can't
like
tell
the
you.
sectarianism to ease yourself in.
Yeah, I don't know
So,
what
like-
that means. But yeah, it sounds nice.
Well,
Catholic Protestants.
Huns and Fenians, innit?
Hey?
Sure, you know about the Huns and Fenians.
No.
I
Catholics,
love they just use the
Oh, yeah, I
slurs
know.
as well.
Catholics and Protestants,
Yeah.
yeah. But,
yeah, well, they hate each other in Glasgow, don't they?
oh, right.
It's a big
I
thing
didn't
in
know that.
Glasgow, yeah.
Well, you know
Wow.
the way it is in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's carried over to Glasgow.
Same, is that real? Because I'm
Yeah,
not
that's why
gonna
I
go
said-
there and- oh, okay.
Well, was the first question not when you said my granddad's from Glasgow?
Oh, right.
Was the next question not is he Catholic or Protestant?
Oh,
Because
right. No.
it's a massive.
No one's
thing.
asked me.
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Oh,
Because if you do a bit of like, because my dad moved to Northern Ireland before he moved to England,
yeah.
so I did a bit of hacked it up a bit in Glasgow.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean about the? And
Yeah,
they
I
were
always
loving it. They were fucking loving
I always
it.
ask them if anyone who's fingered the Fenian. Yeah. That just gets a laugh. It's just a funny thing to say.
I mean, I laughed
Yeah,
at it.
exactly. It's just funny. So yes, did you not know? Yeah, cool, but the funny thing is between when you go to Northern Ireland, your apartheid finished before the Good Friday Agreement.
Really? Wow.
Which I was
that's
laughing at someone on stage because we had someone from Belfast in on stage last night, and then obviously your mate was on.
Yeah,
and I was like, you understand they're 4 years ahead of you.
Wow.
That's how much of a shithole where you're from is.
Wow.
They finished apartheid before you had the Good Friday Agreement. You gang of fucking mad bastards.
Yeah, kind of down to us though, really, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we're all our fault. All our fault. But still. Well, you say us. I'm Scouse, not English.
Yeah.
So it never.
True.
Nothing's ever my fault. Unless you mention slavery, in which case just try and back away from that. Blame the Tories.
Fair enough. We've got.
I'm not touching that. I'm from Manchester. Me fucking talking about.
Shit houses.
The last thing I can't weigh in on that. You can say that.
Why?
Well, that's a thing. That's like cunts from. I'm a United fan, but like cunt United fans. That's what they say to us about fucking Hillsborough and that, innit?
Oh, do they?
It's a chant, innit? Never your fault.
Yeah.
That's why. So like, as soon as you said that, I was like, I'm out of this fucking conversation.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Smart. I just waded in and then gone, what the fuck am I doing? And then I backed out afterwards.
But I love that I was like happy to go into the sectarians. I was happy to go into the actual war.
Not touching the Scouts v Man stuff. I fancy doing a weekend at hot water. No.
Yeah, I don't get in Belfast. Fucking hell.
Two meal deals on the way here today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Two?
Yeah.
What's your drink? What drinks did you get?
I had hoisin and duck wrap. With,
I asked what drinks you got.
I paired that with. I'm giving you the whole
Paired
breakdown.
that with, yeah.
I paired that with a packet of salt and vinegar, a grab bag salt and vinegar.
Squares or Walkers?
Walkers. Because I thought
call.
respect people wouldn't get cheese on you or anything like that. And I got that, and then a Lucasade.
Right.
And then I got a
I
big
thought
Red
you'd
Bull.
gone. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Got a big
surely
Red
a
Bull with a chicken and bacon mayo thing.
Yeah.
And a pack of Thai sweet chili.
Wow.
Oh, no.
At the same time or like breakfast,
one
lunch?
after the
Wow.
other, nailed.
Nice.
I ate them as a meal though, so I ate the hoisin duck wrap with the salt and vinegar, and then the chicken and mayo with the Thai sweet chili.
Yeah, I never doubted that. That makes
Like a
sense.
start,
Yeah.
like a
It doesn't
start.
You
make
don't want to do it
sense.
the other way around. You know what I mean?
If you
We're
get-
trying to pair the fucking meals here. Not fucking.
If you're getting two meal deals, are you trying to get best value for money with both, or because you maximise the value with one, you get a little bit of free with the other one
I only
to
wanted
get what?
one, and then I wanted an extra something. But the cost of it now, you
might as well get the
away
meal.
from getting
Yeah.
a drink and it's fucking insane. So I'm there going, I'm gonna have to get two meal deals here. I wanted a one meal deal with one kind of Red Bull, and the Red Bull costs like $2.90.
Yeah. Did you have
meal
your?
deal's $3.40.
Did you have your club card? Did you have to go
I had
$3.50?
club card.
Sure.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
$6.80 altogether, all in.
Isn't that all it is?
And
club
that's
card?
6 things. That's good. Well done.
$3.40.
$3.40.
That is good, that.
What's the meal deal without the club card now?
I don't know. Anyone's guessed that.
Where's this Tesco, did you say?
Yeah, Tesco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
meal deals Tesco in it. Like
Shop at Tesco.
you don't shop in Tesco,
What are you?
No, a principle, I just don't have one.
Sainsbury's?
right?
Sainsbury,
M&S.
sometimes.
What's your local?
M&S.
Waities.
Waitrose. They're too local.
Khalid in the building, son.
No, it's just laziness. It's not. It's not flexing. It's not flexing.
You've gentrified yourself.
It's not
there,
flexing.
mate.
It's just
You
that. Nah,
disgust me.
I'm in the home counties now. I've moved to Sussex.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you were waiting.
The
But
archaeology
that's just what's there,
this
isn't it?
podcast sort of another half an hour.
That's just what's there, isn't it?
He's got 2 million. He's got 2 million year old rocks in his house.
Yeah.
Man's got money.
I haven't got money.
But you got the M&S and the Waitrose shopping. That's where you go.
You must have
Yeah.
some money. That's your local
You
shop.
come clean on this podcast. It's fine.
He lives in Formby. He's
Right, I've been told off for talking about this before, but
It's
I do it on stage, so I
You've been
can
told off for
talk about
talking
it too much. Basically, my girlfriend is wedged. That's why we live there. That's it. That's
Mummy and daddy's money.
that's
Who
why we
owns your
go.
house?
Money. Old money, son.
Who owns your house?
She does.
She, her family.
No, she owns it.
Right, how'd she get deposit?
Didn't need one. She got the
no
house. That was
gifted.
the-
What is no deposit? There's no mortgage.
Oh, the dream.
If we
The
had
dream.
sound bites, I'd just...
That's why I've got to like. Just, I got in
you
trouble.
shout about
I got in
that.
trouble.
What,
a bit. No, I don't give a
fuck
shit. She don't give a shit. But it's just like, you know.
What the
like,
family do? What's the family business?
They just have money.
I won't go into too much detail, but it's like finance and that.
Big money.
Yeah, I won't go into
Nice.
too much.
Where'd you meet her?
Uni. That's the only time you can, innit? If you like.
So how long you been
If
together?
you like us, that's the only window you've got, because everyone in uni is like the same, innit?
Right.
So that's
But until you leave,
that's
you
the only
realise,
that's
fuck,
the
I
only
missed my
real
chance.
time where people could like
You
be at an equal
level
level.
play,
Yeah. Not that I was like seeking someone out, but you know what I mean.
I
like,
shared a flat in uni with a girl who ended up on Maid in Chelsea, and I was like, I remember 5 years later when I'm looking at my wife and we're living in a rented flat in town, thinking, why am I with you?
yeah.
Why didn't I spend that year just trying to charm the pants off this mega rich bird?
Yeah.
But no, you don't see that when you're in
Khalid
uni.
had the foresight, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know.
Incredible
Genuinely,
foresight.
like I didn't know she was rich. I just thought she was, because to me when
Come
I went,
on.
no, because I went straight from Longsight to uni.
Where did you meet her? In uni, whereabouts?
We both did Muay Thai. That's how we met. It's true.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, it's
Right,
mad,
why
innit?
is she doing Muay Thai? Why
Just for fitness and that,
All
innit?
the lads that
I was
like
like,
that with
she
us.
was like beginner's class. I was like advanced class. So I'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah,
oh,
sure,
yeah,
sure.
just show you. Gotta rotate your hip into the kick.
Oh, so you can throw hands in that now?
I wouldn't. I don't want to really say because people try and test you, and I'm big and fat and out of fucking shape.
I'll be honest, the minute you said Muay Thai, I'm wrestling this cunt. I want to wrestle him.
I don't want to be, you know what I mean?
I've had 6 BJJ classes. I'll rip your arm off, mate.
Yeah.
So how long have you fought for?
I did like 6 fights or something.
Oh, you actually had fights?
Yeah. But just like amateur, like nothing.
Win?
6 some win and loss. I got.
Oh, that sounds.
The second to last, I didn't get knocked out, but I got battered by this big Bulgarian guy. And I didn't get knocked out, but I got knocked down. And then I got up, and the referee was like, "Can you carry on?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can. I'm all right. I'm." I was like, I'm good. Let me go. But in my eyes, I'm like looking at the referee, like,
begging him.
I'm good. I'm good.
So what happened?
He stopped it.
Did he?
Yeah. I was like, he knew. But that's their job. No, but he would have probably. But that's I realized because there's like little things in sports that unless you do it, you don't realize these little things, do you? And like but like the refs. That's what I was like. Oh, that's their job as well, innit? To be like,
keep you
to
safe.
see the fighter and be like, the fighter's like, I'm all right. And then I even after, because you often see like fighters who get battered and they're like the fight after, and then afterwards like, I was fine, but.
There's a way of being all right, and then being like,
but like, and that's when I realized those fighters after the fight were like, I was fine. Like they actually do know in the red that they weren't fine. They're just fronting it out.
Conor McGregor broke his leg, and he was like, "It was fine.
Yeah.
Just coming at you one leg.
That's what it is.
I like that when his legs like pointing that way, but he's going, "It's a no contest. It's no contest." Like, but you like snapped like.
So he called it. So the ref was like, "Yeah, this guy's not got it. He doesn't want to go back out there."
Yeah, he was just like, "Nah."
Was that your last fight?
No, I did one more because I didn't want to go out on a. I didn't want to go out on a. No, I did one more.
Take an easy one, swat him.
Yeah, I just won on points. Like it was just
little white collar thing. I've never fought before. Fucking bang.
Did you do that?
In London. So I was really lucky, right? So we had like Muay Thai like society, like club team, whatever you call it. And Muay Thai is one of those mad sports where like you can be like an amateur and train with like the best of the best.
To confirm, it's Muay Thai.
Yeah, Thai boxing.
But that's like kickboxing.
It's pronounced as Muay Thai.
Yeah.
For years, I've my Thai, Muay Thai. So
it's Muay Thai.
Muay Thai. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it like a.
Did you do all the little dancing on it before it?
Nah. The Y crew. That's what they call it. Yeah, I never did all that. No.
So go on. You did it in London.
Yeah. So my coach, he was like world champion. He was like.
You can see the difference in us here, by the way, because he's really interested in the fight, and I'm just dying to get back to your bird.
That's all right. It's all but yeah, he was like world champion, and then I went to Amsterdam and trained somewhere called Mike's Gym. Are you guys into MMA and that?
No, I'm like
so Mike's Gym is where like Alistair Overeem trained, Gokhan Saki, Badr Hari. So I got to train with them.
Overeem.
Not Overeem, but Saki. Badr Hari was there.
Yeah,
and it was like, and like I'm shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not shit like to a regular person on the street, but I am shit.
White all turning up at Top Secret to do 10, innit?
Yeah, or it's like if you were like a decent amateur footballer and you just got to train with like Salah and fucking or like, do you know what I mean, or Rashford or something, and you're just like, what's going on?
Train.
I didn't see Overeem, but I saw Saki hitting pads, and it was fucking terrifying, mate.
Scary, yeah.
You know. It's like, you go to the football, like you watch football on telly.
Like, there's a difference.
Or just the speed as well. Like the speed's what gets me. Like, because you watch it on telly, they all look like pretty fast. But
have you seen that Tealsman, the GoPro on that Tealsman, the video went viral? Yeah. And you're like, fuck, you do not get any time on the ball.
The speed is mad. Yeah. And that's the difference, man. When I was watching them, even just hitting pads, I was like, it's just a blur. It's like fucking mad, mate.
You seen
and then you watch UFC and you're like, why don't you just slip? Why don't you just fucking duck under that, man?
Come on.
How did you not see that coming?
I did a Muay Thai fight in Thailand when I was on holiday. Yeah.
How was it?
You trained it? You didn't just get in the ring?
No, it's like this. The one place you go, there's what they do is they have the professionals fight.
Yeah.
And then just to make it cheaper and full space, they're like anyone can go and fight anyone.
You went for it.
No, I didn't want to go for it, man. I was with a friend and he went up and he got fucked up. The guy did a triple.
Why would you think you were going to get fucked up?
I'm not even saying I went up voluntary. I'm telling you, but this guy did a triple spin kick and kicked him in the face. And I was like, that's not even what is going on. Everyone was like, oh, and he still carried on. It was done, dude. I was like, that's not. I didn't even know you could do that. You know what I mean?
The minute someone done that to me, I go, no, what the fuck, no.
bro, sideways. How do you do that?
No, I'm not doing this. Yeah.
So then my girlfriend says to me, well, now she's my partner, Jade. She says, go up there. And I was like, fucking never, dude.
How'd you go from girlfriend to partner? Surely it's the same
Well,
thing.
sorry, she was my girlfriend at the time. Now she's now we fiance.
She's graduated.
So yeah. But she said to me, go up there because what
That's
happened?
a man who never plans on getting married ever. She's my partner now.
partner.
Yeah. Put a ring on it, and that's
Dustin
all that's ever happening.
We're getting married.
That's the furthest we're going. She's my partner now.
There's your ring.
I can't call her my girlfriend anymore because she'll flip. But I've never called her my wife.
Well, you
Down on one knee. Will you be my partner?
She made you get in the ring, girl. Like, you made me almost
So
kill
go on.
myself.
You're in Thailand, and she goes,
so she says, get in the ring. And I mean, the guy, triple spin kick. I was like, there's not a chance I'm doing this because you just go up there in the ring and then they show you off like a prize fighter or something.
Who
we
wants
all
to
just
go?
got our bellies and then anyone just goes, yeah, I think I'll fuck him up. And no one comes and goes, yeah, I think I'll lose to him. So they size you up, man. It's not
This is
fun.
just men being stupid, isn't it?
That's just pure testosterone. The worst thing is, I'm laughing at it. I had 100% fall for it. I had 100% gone there and go,
Fight
yeah,
the
fuck
guy
it.
who triple kicked your
No,
mate.
so then I said to her, okay, if you get in the ring, I'll get in the ring. Thinking,
To your bed.
yeah, she would not get in the ring. And then she just like, cool, gets in the ring and she's going all cocky like, man or woman, I'll fight anyone. And then
You got in the ring and went, I've been waiting to knock this bitch out for years. I'll have it.
I should have done that. Oh, no. So then no one wanted to fight her because, the guys are more aggressive and stuff. So she comes off. So I'm sitting there. The guy's got his black eye already because his face is caved in. So he's just looking at me like, hey, bro. So I just...
Oh, God. The poor fucking... Did he even know that was a thing that could happen? He just...
Why is this cunt dancing? Fuck off.
Do you know what happened, though?
He didn't see anything. I'm telling you now. Like all he saw was a whirl in front of him. And then
Man,
just
even when they came, he went in the ring, just quickly back. He went to the ring, no one fought him. And then afterwards, they got this guy and he looked so badass, man. The guy had a cut here and he had like a six-pack and he was just, I mean, he was obviously...
He's a shit house, though, because
Yeah.
he'd been there...
Hold on, they've gone and got a guy because no one will fight
it
your
looked
mate.
like they broke that guy out from the local jail and they were like, look, man, can you do us a solid?
Was he
fight
Thai?
this guy. No, he wasn't.
the guy who he fought.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he's in Thailand training also. He's training at a
Like,
gym.
he looked like he was going to fight him to the death. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
That's
so
a
then-
dickhead move, that.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's
Yeah, but at the same time, if you're the owner of that bar, you can't have this entitled white prick walking out of your ring thinking every cunt's too scared to
Yeah,
fight
but
me.
if that guy who went in as a fighter, he could have fucked him up without fucking.
Yeah,
without
but he did-
fucking
come on, he's
spinning
done a little
it.
Are
spin
you
and
hearing me? He did a spin and then kicked him in the face like a show-off ballerina and then bah.
He could have fucked it. He could have, if he's a proper fighter, he could have fucked him up just by kicking his legs.
Yeah, I know.
He was fucked up. That's what I'm telling you. He's at the table. So then I got in the
one
ring.
spinning head kick.
Yeah, I got in the
I
ring.
understand why they put him in the ring with him because I just don't think you can let someone come out the ring thinking every cunt's scared to fight me.
That's true.
Like
That's
it's
true.
like I was talking to him before on the Patreon, saying I compared the open mic like last night, and there was a great crowd, and I'm sitting there watching them, every one of them smashing them, going, "You don't deserve this." I'm sitting there thinking, no, you're not this. No, fuck off. All coming off thinking, happy weekends here soon. Like, no, you fucking shite.
Should have heckled him.
But these were lovely.
You could have been that guy with
I
the
just went on.
star.
I just went on and started smashing it. Then I was like all my proper weekend jokes going out, going, this is levels, dickheads. So I can sort of understand.
That was your spinning head kick.
So angry. Everyone's having a lovely evening and you're just boiling there. Going,
Imagine if he would have died after every night's weekend.
I'm there going, I've set this up too nice. I was too
The
nice.
open micers are smashing it. You go with your
Not
goal.
not having this.
He's evil. That's evil.
But you can understand it. little tight fella thinking, I'm not letting this big fucking white cunt thinking he can walk out this ring and everyone's scared to fight him.
I have to be honest. I've done that. I have done that. I feel bad, but like a new material where you're like closing and you've got like new comedians doing like their gold.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't, because they will think. Because I used to do it when I was brand new. Like,
You can see them eyeing you up. Thinking,
yeah. And they're doing like new stuff. You know, I was better than
Yeah, I
that.
go out and die to give them hope. Go on, what were you saying?
Go on. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Get
got
up.
in the ring and I was scared, man. And what they do, they take you to each corner and they're like, put your hand up like you're a fighter. And I'm just like, please, man.
Hyping
so
you
then I go sit down. No one comes up straight away. And then a guy from the same
So
table.
it's not even immediate. bring you out, pull you back.
It's scary, man. It's like, and then people are like, oh, well, why is this guy in the ring? We all were scared after that guy did that kick thing.
Is this like a bar? Sorry.
Yeah, it's like a bar.
So it's like a bar with a ring.
They give you a bucket of alcohol to fight. So you can imagine who goes
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then they got a guy on the ring, and then he was doing the thing, and they pointed to me that like he wants to fight. And then I looked at him, I'm like, please, just say no. And he just looked at me and went, yeah, I'll fuck him up. And then just was like, yeah. And the next thing, I'm dressed in Muay Thai clothes and I'm in a ring. And
Doing the dance.
Yes. And Jade's laughing her head off. And I'm like, dude, this is serious, man. Did you, so then I fought a guy. And I actually won. How crazy, dude. Third round.
How do you know he wanted to give up, or they just
give
a point?
He threw the towel in.
Oh, was he a random guy as well who came?
Yeah, he was from the same table as the guy who did the kick, so I thought I'm
but he's just...
But he was just...
His mate or something. He's just there for the
round.
Have you ever fought before?
Like only in like a pub in Joburg.
Trained though? Have you ever trained? No. You trained nothing? You just literally got in there with no training ever at all?
Yeah. And he was just worse than me. It wasn't like I was good. Do you know what I mean?
Those fights are more fun to watch than two skilled fighters.
Yeah.
Just two people just fucking swinging at each other.
As a palate cleanser, maybe not for a night, but like when you just go like, oh, these two are just fuck.
Yeah.
But you see amateur fight, and they're just not doing it right.
Yeah,
I
used to compare blue collar boxing, and it was just so funny.
Yeah,
and it was the women were the best because not to be sexist, but they had an 8-week training camp.
Yeah.
The lads ended up becoming like brothers, going like, we're gonna fight, but I love you, I've been great training with you. And every single one, I must have done 5 of them, the women over the 8 weeks had just fell out. So when they come to fight, they fucking hated each other.
Yeah,
every single one. And like, so because of that though, because they were so angry, everything they learned in 8 weeks went out the window, and they just fucking swinging like mad, and it was hilarious to watch because they just fucking windmilling, swinging. You like all the fellas are there like trying to jab, trying to show, oh, I've learned to box, me, watch this, and the women just want to fucking kill each other, and it was just great to watch because like every single time the women had just fell out and wanted to kill each other, and the men had like become brothers brothers in arms.
Yeah, I've never seen a fight. I mean, it happens, but I've never seen a fight where they actually dislike each other. Like a proper, organised fight where the two guys actually dislike each other. Even when they say they do, usually they don't.
It's bonding, isn't it? Like that guy, we hugged afterwards, man. I was like, this was fun. And then we hung out the rest of the night. Like, it was cool.
Yeah.
Did you take
Where
any
was
punishment?
he from?
Hey?
Did you take any punishment?
Yeah, I did. No, he hit me, man. That's what so I was all chilled. And then I was like, oh, cool. I was asking him in the change room, like, can you do that kick thing?
Can you teach me how to do it?
I'm just going to go home. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to stick around if this guy can do that. He's like, no, I'm just, first time. So I was like, oh, me too.
Where's he from?
Colombia.
Right.
Yeah. So, dude, see? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
exactly. So we like thinking, and I was like, cool. And then he smashed
was he black
me in
or
the
was he
face. Latino.
Right.
He just punched me, man. Bang. It was just like, wow. And I was like, I'm going to kill you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Something just snapped. And I was like, we're at war now, man. Like, this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
So, no, but it was
How old
fun.
were you?
I was, I actually went, I was about 31. Yeah.
Right.
3-4 years ago.
Thailand's fucking mental, innit?
I would never do that.
You wouldn't?
No.
I
What,
think
just
you
get
would
in the ring with a random person? Are you mad? Have you ever sparred like boxing or anything?
Yeah.
Like if you spar someone who's like a level above you, it's like it's terrifying, man.
I know.
It's terrifying because they can just do anything.
I lie to myself a lot.
Yeah.
Like I would just be in that bar lying to myself, going like, yeah, but like something will happen when I'm up there. So I'll figure something
Don't
out.
know my mentality, bro.
Yeah, I'm built different. I'll have 4 more Smirnoff Ices. I'll have 4 Smirnoff Ices, torpedo them, and I'll just go in. I'll figure it out.
Bro, when I switch, I switch.
Yeah, I had a friend who went after me, lasted 29 seconds. Yeah, the guy he was fighting was a guy from Israel who'd just come from the army. He just fucked him up, man.
Stick Krav Maga, kicked him in the balls.
We filmed it and all. I mean, he punched him this way and he went that way. I've never seen that, dude. Like, it was cool. It was
so quick. He hit him with 2.
Yeah. He just hit him this way and then he's went and then bang that way.
It's just it sounds loads of fun, but it's just gonna ruin your night when you're knocked out, isn't it? You've been knocked out, your night's just gone. Like, the whole night. Are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Just fucking, I'm just dizzy. Leave me alone.
I'm not stupid enough to.
No.
For thick, I am. the one thing I recognise is that that is never a good idea.
You say that, but once you're in the atmosphere, there's testosterone.
No, I don't think Simon would.
I'd be able to go. Listen, this is not a good thing to do.
Once
You
you're
don't
on,
think so?
once you're on, like, it's like being a Benidorm seeing a Buck and Bronco. You're just always convinced. I'll sort of come over me, and I'll ride that for ages.
I don't know. I'd have to see him first or something. But then again, he just con you. And, he looks shit, and then he just turns you fucking killer.
Yeah, there's loads of people who used to be fighters, and they'll still fuck you up.
That's my thing. Like, so let's say I did it, and I was fighting you. Now you know how to fight. Surely you wouldn't go, I'm going to break this guy's face in. That's like, there's got to be a
no.
I'd just go and slightly better.
If you literally couldn't, because some people. The thing is, like, it's not like grappling or something. Like someone could still clip you if they can't fight.
Yeah.
But
some of us are from the streets. You know what I mean? It's just in us.
But if you were properly shit, I just jab you and kick your legs, basically.
Just have some fun.
Yeah.
A normal person, like, if you don't have to kick the legs that many times, and the fuck.
Oh yeah, the break.
Yeah.
That's what they say about the boxing going over to MMA. It's like, these cunts have never been kicked in the leg. Just wait till you get leg kicked.
People don't realise how, especially the one where you chop down on top when you come like over the top and you chop down in an arc onto the thigh.
Breaks your leg.
It don't break it just kills the muscle and you're like
just front kick.
you can't walk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're just done basically.
That's just Thailand sounds amazing.
So could you fight now?
Could I fight?
Yeah.
In what context?
Assuming like you would look, he's quite thick, strong build. I'd be like, oh fuck, if he,
but
look really chill and sort of like not like.
If I didn't know better, I'd say like,
you'd
I
be
can
like,
take him.
I'd
be like, okay.
Yeah.
I was just sitting here not believing it. Like, I'm like, fuck off, archaeologist, Nicole Jack.
I just knew people who like, because I know people who like high level black belts in jiu-jitsu and that. I trained at like Roger Gracie's and stuff, and like, but like I've never. First of all, I'm low level in both. It's got context in it, like compared to like a normal person who's never done anything, probably. But compared to anyone who's anything, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm nothing.
How long have you trained for?
It's like on and off, though, innit? But about 10 years or something.
But if you're doing amateur fights, then you're good. Like you're good enough to do an amateur fight.
Yeah,
because you got
like in reality, a regular person who doesn't know how to fight, I'll probably tune him in. But I don't want to say that because I don't want to say it because then you get people who are like, oh, will you? Yeah, will you? Fucking yeah. Do you know? And I'm not like, the reason I started doing it is because I'm a shitbag.
Yeah.
That's why I started doing it, because I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be like scared of someone kicking off with me.
Yeah, like Longley used to say, Longley started training, he was like, I was sick of being scared. And then, but all that does is just trigger something in me going, I'm not scared of nothing, so I must be well harder without training. Nah, I'll still have... I don't know. I'll avoid. I am a bit more like though if someone's taking the piss. I'm like, what dickhead? You know what I mean? But not really. Like, it's not in my nature really. Your boy Tom very like.
A little bit sometimes wants to go. Oh, I just love to just set him light.
Oh mate, every day, every day. The next door neighbours were making noise, and I was like, I'll smash every window in the fucking.
Stretching your legs, yeah, baby.
My girlfriend was like, I saw them coming in the car. I was like, which fucking car is it? I'm not going to do anything. Which car is it? I'll put all the windows. I'm not going to do anything.
I just think if you got to a semi-decent level of any sort of martial art, you'd be more inclined to have a shorter fuse.
There's a proper myth.
All right, let's go and have this confrontation now.
There's a proper myth that people who are like trained fighters like will never kick. It's such a myth.
Oh, it's such a lie.
It's your personality. Like some trained fighters are proper chill and would never kick off.
And some of them though will love getting punched in the head.
If you look at them the wrong way, they'll punch your head.
When Darren Till said, "Why? How can you went into like Muay Thai?" And he went, I love punching people in the head, and I love getting punched in the head. And I know people like that. I know people who just fucking love it. Just like I told you, like when I was 16, and my dad's mate, he's just loves a scrap. And he accused me of eyeing him up, just like messing around, and I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And he just fucking volleyed me everywhere, just because he just fucking loves it. Any excuse to just be like, yeah.
You've got to though, haven't you? You've just got to. It's like any comedian probably does like having a laugh. So any fighter, but I just like having a fight.
When you're saying there about like normal people and tune me love, have you not, as a comedian, you must have been in situations where someone's being funny and you think, oh, you think you're funny? I'll turn this on. Like,
mate, I do it the worst. I'll say a funeral. they were giving, the fucking eulogy or whatever you call it, and they were like just doing these fucking hack jokes, and people were laughing. And after they did it, I just turned to my girl. I was like, "Man, that was fucking shit." That. But like people heard me, and I was like, "Nah, I didn't be."
Right? I went on some charity walk, and there's a lad there from like a mate of a mate, and he's just being like dead, like try hard sort of thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna have to turn this on in a minute. Just started to compare in the group and all that. Right? He was like, "Oh, where you going? I fucking there." I was like, to look at him every time I'm getting a big laugh. Like, fucking see where I'm at.
Yeah. Best man speeches.
Yes, thank you. I remember doing a
man.
thing, and I was going to be the best man, and I wasn't. So the best man did a joke, and people laughed, and he looked at me like, "Yeah, I can do this." Bro, that's a Google joke. You just told a Google joke.
The problem is, we say about the best man speeches, or you go to a PTA and the headmaster gets a laugh, and you're like, "You cheeky cunt!" Like, that shouldn't be getting that. You deserve that.
Exactly.
Like, mate, fucking yes.
Do you know what's bad for that? I go to theatre a lot. I don't like it. I hate it. But my girlfriend's a director, so I'll go with her. And like the jokes in theatre are so shit, but they just get such fucking big. Like,
don't start because
it's the worst hacky shit you'll ever hear.
People keep telling me off because I say Book of Mormon shite.
But they're comedy writers though. Like
comedians do too well.
Yeah. but that's much better than normal theatre because they are comedy writers.
I know,
so they
but
have
that's
got
what I'm
jokes
saying.
and that,
No, it's good. It's just got good because it's a musical. It's open mic shit.
It's easier to get the laughs because the people there don't know. They're not there. A comedy gig, the people there are like, this better be good fucking comedy. Whereas they're like, this is a show. Oh, there's some comedy. Oh, fucking amazing. Yeah.
There's a different expectation, isn't there?
I watched a play that was like critically acclaimed. It was like one of the like people were like, this is incredible writing.
Name and shame.
And there was a scene where the main character is like shouting at someone on the phone, and they go, "I'll speak to you later, mum," and like the whole fucking theatre just rolled around laughing.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What is what?
Go fuck yourself."
I was ready to walk out, but I can't because I've got to be on best behaviour because it's a profession.
Searching at actors' Instagram, going, "You fucking didn't deserve that." Comes hot water on a Sunday.
Heckling.
I'll show you.
I heckled one time.
Theatre.
Yeah, she won up. Not heckle. I didn't heckle. I did heckle.
What's wrong with
But
it?
like, it was this playwright.
You like going to theatre just because you like the idea you could heckle.
So I didn't really.
Yeah, but you don't do it. Come on.
But I didn't actually I didn't heckle, but I was so basically there was this play I was watching with my girlfriend. It was like press night, so it's like opening night, all the industry people, and they just kept doing these. A few hundred, okay. And there's like. They just kept doing these shit jokes over and over again. She hated it as well. Like it wasn't just me.
Yeah.
And just eventually, when they just kept laughing, I just went, "Fucking seriously!" I went dead loud and like everyone. And then the next one I was like, "Yeah, very funny." I was just like,
oh my god, what's wrong with you?
Just been sarcastically.
But like, that's the only time I've done it. But like, it just got me because the play was shit as well. Like
What did your missus say?
it was just she was annoyed. She was annoyed. Yeah. But to be honest, it was so. She could see I was so not having it that she was kind of like, I think a little bit. She was pissed, and rightly so. To be fair, because it is a like professional. I'm not making a cunt of her, but she was a bit like I could see how much I hated it. She gave me a bit of leeway on it. Do you know what I mean? Of like, I'll let you off it out.
Be there anyway.
Yeah, and she's not like a taskmaster or something. Like she's pretty chill generally, but. It was out of order, but I couldn't hold it in. I just couldn't fucking hold it in.
Gone too far, love.
Yeah,
It's gone too far. It's the same joke 4 times, different words, love. I'm not having it.
Couldn't have it.
The audience laughing.
Yeah, they were fucking loving it. They were like,
that's why he's fuming. You know that's why he's fuming.
and it's dead referential, but like referential to cunts. So it'd be like, I've got you a gift. It's from like Hermes, Hermes.
Yeah.
And someone was like, right, it's like some fan. I didn't know it until this.
Hermes.
Yeah, but they call it Hermes, but it's called Hermes.
That's the joke, is it?
No, that's how they pronounce it. Like posh people.
That's the serious part.
Yeah, but the joke is that the gift is from Hermes, and he's like this posh guy.
Is that what
and someone in the audience was like, "Of course," and then everyone laughed, and I was like, "Fucking hell, mate! I'll punch you in the head." I was like,
If we were in Thailand now, mate, and you'd be in that fucking ring.
Does anyone want to give you a bucket of beer if you find me right now? That's why
I will spin and then kick you.
I've got anger problems, man. I bottle it up and then I just fucking go off.
Have you? Yeah, you got
I never act on it. I'll just fucking say I will.
Yeah, I don't bottle it, me. I just fucking straight into the confrontation.
Yeah, I'm all talk, me. I'll be like, I'll fucking smash his head, but I never will.
See, I'm not aggressive. I'll just have the confrontation. Everyone's so like, oh fucking hell, they just never get that far. Yeah.
You seem too chilled to have any anger issues.
Yeah, but
so how long was you at your birth for before you knew she was rich? Been waiting for like 20 minutes to ask this question.
About a year.
A year?
Yeah, because we're in uni. Like, you're just in uni. Everyone lives in the same kind of place.
But surely there's clues.
Yeah, you must be asking her stuff like,
no,
because
she's not. I don't know if people who are proper rich don't really flex it.
Yeah, she's old money.
Like she drove like a Fiat 500 and that. Like she's not like. Do you know what I mean? She's not.
You're not like, oh, baby, been an Aldi.
So that's when I realised, because the dad had a villa in like Provence, in France, and I was like, he's got a house.
Yeah.
Like, you don't live in it. How the fuck do you do with it when you're not there?
I like how before you assumed he was rich, you were just like, he must be mad. He must be crazy. Yeah. It was more like, what's wrong with him?
Well, it's like when you hear about rich people who have homes abroad, and you're like, yeah, but surely every holiday you go there. Oh no, just go like maybe once, twice a year. And you're like,
so what are you doing?
No, you go there every holiday, surely. No, and you're like, the fuck?
So here's what they do.
The only way you could justify that is to spend every minute there that we were in the other house.
Yeah. And they pay someone, I'm not talking specifically about her now, but like, they pay someone whose job it is just to look after the house.
Yeah.
That's their job for the year. Because you can't just leave a house, can you? Do you know what I mean? Someone has to go turn the taps. I don't know what they do.
I had a friend's dad who did that. They had like him and some mates, they had like loads of different places.
Yeah.
And they'd all just chip in. So like, you know what I mean? They would you'd go to like a villa here and a place there, and it was all just chipped in, but it was mad. They had staff running all the time, and it was proper.
Oh, I love it, me.
Yeah.
I'm shameless. Like if I'm in those situations, I just fucking live the life. What
was the first time where you were like,
you must have been, oh yes.
The first time I was like, this is different.
Yeah, this is different. Like, this isn't real.
We went to a private members club in Mayfair.
Yeah.
And like the staff looked like I should be serving them. And I was just like, the guy was like, can I take your coat? And I felt bad giving him my coat. I was like, you're too good for this, mate.
Yeah. Give it 6 months there, you'll think otherwise.
I've got a cousin who should be doing this, mate, not you.
I was like, how the fuck?
To the Miller and Carter going, where's the staff to do
Yeah. You get entitled real quick, though, yeah.
We stayed in a hotel in London.
Yeah.
No, UFC, that was it. Yeah. UFC. We went to UFC in London, Bisping against Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I knew Dad's company has something to do with the O2 or something.
Of course they do.
And I was like, can your dad
Khalid Winter?
Yeah. I was like, can your dad get us tickets? I don't know if I should be talking about this, but I was like, can your dad get us tickets for the UFC? Because I know he goes to the O2.
Yeah.
So she was like, I'll ask him, and he got us a box for 15 people. So I just invited like 14 mates, and we just went to the UFC. And then he was like, oh, we also part own the hotel attached to the O2.
Wow.
So we stayed in the hotel overnight.
Hell, mate.
And then went to the O2. And we went to another hotel in London.
Imagine
that he hooked up through a mate.
Yeah.
And we stayed in a room, right? And when we walked in, this is when I really was like, this is weird, this. We walked in and we like checked in. We was just checking. And I was like, this hotel's mad here. It's like in Leicester Square. And the receptionist was like, oh, could you just wait there a second? And I was like, what's going on here? And she was like, the manager just wants to speak to you. So the manager came over and was like, just wanted to personally welcome you and say welcome to the hotel. And we've upgraded you to like the best suite. We went in a hotel room. It's 3 rooms. Like, was it even a fucking hotel? And I'm just like, and there was like a big tray of like 10 bottles of like gin, like whiskey. And I was like, have we got to pay for that? And we didn't. Like, it was just all complimentary. Like, I was just like, what is this world, man? And then I looked up how much that room would have cost. Wow. And it's more, how much? I was like, I'll take the money.
A night?
About $3,000.
Oh. A night.
I love
like you say, you'd rather just be like, can I just have the money?
I was like, put me in the travel.
Can I have the money? I'll go to Travel Lodge. Yeah.
I'm gonna party the whole night. Give me $3,000.
I've done it with, like, if you go and play Hot Waters All Stars in Belfast.
Yeah.
Put you in a 4-star hotel because that's where Smith stays when he goes. And I like looked up. They sent me the invoice, and it was more than I was getting for the gig. And I was
It's
like,
mad,
just
isn't it?
double my fee, and I'll sleep on a bench.
Yeah.
Give me double the fee. I'll find somewhere else to sleep. I don't need this room.
Yeah. And then we went first class with British Airways. We went business class, but then they upgraded us because it was my birthday.
Yeah.
And like, mate.
Every day's your birthday.
Oh. It was
You're
so,
the only-
but like, I will
You're the
say,
only
but like,
person
I'm making it sound like this is not my day. This is not our day to day life.
No,
Like,
this is your day-to-day life.
this
I'm
is like
enjoying
the
it.
odd
I'm happy
thing
for
where
you.
like
It's not your
like
day-to-day
done
life,
something
it's a
at home.
phone call away.
No, it's not like that.
Not
It's-
till he dies, and then it's your day-to-day life.
No, it's not.
Come on, let's not
It's
lie.
just like
It's real money though. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's just
Proper
like,
money where everything's free.
a lot of it's like connections and stuff though, I
Yeah.
think as
Yeah,
well.
it's because they're all making money.
Like he went to he was at the coronation, her dad,
Oh, my
yeah,
god.
that's,
Like
he's
in-
inside.
What?
in
The
Westminster
levels of
Abbey.
that?
Yeah, he's
Well,
inside.
like inside the Abbey.
Yeah.
What's his name? Tell us. Come on.
I can't say. I can't tell you his name.
I don't want to know. 'Cause I'll get pissed one night and be like, "Hey, listen, your son-in-law's a cunt."
Yeah, he's dead nice though.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. They're all lovely. When you know you're good for life, you're suddenly lovely.
Yeah.
Like,
You suddenly got no issues. Yeah.
Yeah, I would be so nice if I was set for life. You know
It's actually shocking how accepting her family are of me because I would not be.
Well, I was going to
personally.
say, yeah, but then
I am nice and like calm and like I don't know, mate. Like
I'd
they're
be
not.
nice and
But I always say about what I always say about old money and new money though. The old money's just like being a scally. It's like they've got fuck all, so they're up for anything. Have a laugh. Old money's set for life. Nothing matters. Have a laugh. It's the new money where they know. Couple of years, this could be gone. I could go back to being scumbag. They're the ones who are like, they're the ones painting.
A bit more insecure about it, or worried. Yeah.
I had a bit. I'd never really worked, but it was basically the premise was
No one could relate to it. Yeah.
You know the caviar's freezing cold.
I
You give someone a coat and you feel terrible. No,
I've
no.
got.
How mad's it being an egg? The aircon in first class. How's it colder? It's the same plane. How's it colder? Oh,
How is this bit not working?
Actually, I've got a bit like that where like, I can't do observational anymore because none of you will understand. Basically, like the only because I was
We would
poor,
not understand
because I
you.
grew up poor as well. I was like the
Yeah.
only people who can relate to me are like footballers and gold digging hoes. Like, that's it.
I think fuck them. Just talk about it.
I do.
Just go fuck off. I'm going to tell you how great my life is.
I do have a
You're
whole
gonna
bit.
feel like shit in the next
I have
15 minutes.
a whole bit about being rich and how great it is. And how it's fucking,
No doubt.
but the thing is,
amazing.
because you're not rich, it's a bit like it is a little bit like
Yeah.
I'll let him go.
Yeah,
I'll let him
but
go.
this is
it's
why-
not his, so I'll let him have it.
Well, this is why I can get away with it because before I can't open with that bit.
yeah.
I open with being from Longside and it be what
So
I mean.
you
Like, all
I
that.
used to be. I mean, I used to, but now.
Yeah.
You trick.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to be one of you,
But
Let me
now-
show you.
now grab me coat, you peasant.
Yeah. But I guess the funny thing is because most people they try and like if you grew up rich they always try and hide it in it. Like the amount of
Yeah.
people who like fuck it act like they're like working class comedians and they grew up rich.
It's they say the ones who don't want to talk about it. Like I've got an auntie. My husband sold his company to Siemens, 4 of them for 350 million. So and I know that's a starting point of what they had, and the house was in Heswell, which is like in the middle between like Chester and Liverpool. And the house was so good, it ended up in the Liverpool Echo just for being get on this house.
Yeah.
Like just in the Echo, like
Get on this house.
How good's this house? It's got. And I remember seeing it and thinking that's hilarious because the only time my other cousins have been in the papers is when one of them put an axe in someone's back. So I sent it into like the family group of cousins that was set up once and no one's ever spoken into, going, "Hey, how mad's it your house is in the Echo?" And they was like, just all ignored me. Like we're not talking about this. They're like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, strange, isn't it?" And I'm just like, "Come on." Surely you understand this isn't normal. For like the local paper to go, "Hey, get on this house." That's not normal. Surely you get that. And none of them wanted to just fucking acknowledge it at all. And I was like, "Oh, come on, you're gone. You're ruined."
But do you think? I think is if you got a load of money, like if I got a load, all your people are changing around you. Surely, like that's why.
When you
they
say
probably ignore you.
changing,
like because if I was suddenly rich, I know people are going to ask me. It's like I would. You know what I mean?
What do you mean, ask you for money?
Yeah.
Yeah, it changes.
Well, you just said like
No.
300 and something million pounds. You just
Yeah.
like, hey, can I get $1 million? Like,
Yeah.
come on.
The thing is,
I'm sure
I
everyone
think,
asks.
No, because I don't. You don't ask, but that's just there, isn't it?
It's the expectation.
It's there.
hey,
Like, you
man.
don't
Elephants
ask.
in the room.
You don't
Yeah.
ask, but it's there. Because
Yeah.
because I this sometimes I sit there thinking, at any point you could change like all of our lives. At any point, and you've never chosen. Like it's just like you just look at them in the eye. I must just say it in the eye, just like you could just like sort my life out.
And it's never spoken though. It's like the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
You want to go like, hey, I don't want your money.
Yeah.
But,
Like, what you earn is sort of like a thing that you don't really talk
Yes,
about. In
yeah.
society. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
never really talk about it. Or like
Again, no, that depends on the
like
class.
that.
Working class.
So that's
people
what I
all
mean.
tell
But
each
it's like
other.
when it gets to that level of money.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we get to a certain level, you go like the rich, but how rich? But then you look at like someone like Gerald, because it doesn't matter how much money he's got, we know he can buy and sell your ass. Whereas it's just someone who's getting money thinking, just how much are you getting?
Like his father-in-law hasn't got a clue how much he's worth or got. It's just
Probably got
it's just there, isn't it?
Yeah,
No, I bet he doesn't. I bet he's just.
it changes
it's just
though,
there,
man.
yeah.
That's the thing, right? It's like if you've got shares and portfolios, it's up and down. So
Yeah.
you don't,
But
it's
you
not
know-
even
you know
fluid.
That-
It's
that's
like,
that's worth.
it's like your wealth is alive.
because like
you know,
what I
a
mean?
lot of mega rich people don't have money as well.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them go bust, and the bank just gives them more money because they know they'll make more money.
Yeah, they know they're not good
Like
for
a lot of them, they spend all their money, and the bank just gives them more because they're like, I know you're gonna.
because they're a solid investment.
Because they know they're gonna make more, so they don't. It's not the bank. It's worse for the bank if they stop making money than if they
Yeah.
write off a certain amount. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they just write they'll just
money's
write
a
it
joke.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
That level of wealth.
Yeah, it's
just-
bollocks.
it's bollocks. Yeah,
it's
not
not
real,
absolutely
is it?
bollocks.
That's what I'm saying. It's not real. It's not.
It's absolutely bollocks.
Yeah, it's great. It's these people who've just gone.
But you
know what?
realise it.
Fuck these idiots.
Yeah,
working.
yeah,
We'll just
yeah,
type
yeah.
a number in that.
But
we
this
want,
is the-
and that's what we'll do.
But this is the God's honest truth, yeah. Having just had a little like taste of like
Yeah.
the most kind of
Oh,
like
here we
fancy
go.
shit.
Not that
Yeah,
great.
there we go.
I would say, having been like proper broke, like
Yeah.
growing up, to like, I'd say like, I don't think it's worth, the juice isn't worth the squeeze to go from like upper middle class to mega rich.
No,
As far as,
I would maybe agree.
What
with
do you
that.
mean?
like, I think like, you know, like the amount, if it's just through work and that way, you're giving up
Yeah.
all your time and all this, the amount you have to do to fly first class instead of like premium economy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it. Like, I don't think it's that much better.
Right.
No, I don't think so. And like, because a lot of these people as well, especially, like give up the whole life for work.
Yeah,
Like that's their life. Do you know what I mean? Like a
Yeah,
lot
but
of them
then-
are born with loads of money.
The
But
different people though as well. Like well, some people give up life work, and then there's some people who like they're just different. Like Paul Blair, who owns Hot Water, he's just different because he just loves numbers. Like it doesn't matter how much money he'll ever have, he loves numbers.
Yeah, he's just always in the game.
Yeah, he just loves
but
it.
he's also doing something he loves. Like
I don't
would,
know. 'Cause he
do you not
doesn't-
think?
He doesn't come and watch comedy. He doesn't give a fuck. It's just numbers. It's just business.
Yeah.
Getting people in. It's just all. He loves events and that. But but it's all just like it's just. I was telling me about it. He's like, I just fucking love it. I love seeing the numbers go up. I love seeing the numbers. He said I don't give a fuck about money. So like I'll stay poor my whole life, but I just love playing the game. It's just a game.
A lot of
And he
people
fucking loves
who are mega rich, like a lot of people that I met, they love like doing deals.
Yeah.
That's their thing. They love like a deal, like finalizing a thing. Like
Well, the
that's
person-
they like get off on it.
My auntie's fella who got as soon as he got that money, he never worked again. Just retired straight away.
That'd be me.
So that's what I mean. He doesn't love it. He
And that's why it'll never be you.
he was right. I think some of it was right place, right time, and he was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah,
Yeah,
there are people
and
like that, man.
and that is why he'll never give us. He'll never give us money because he's probably going, I'm not working anymore." So
What would you do? Like, what would your life be if you just ran into 400
What if
million?
you were like that guy? Who's that guy who he paid for a pizza in like Bitcoin?
with 10 Bitcoin. or
Yeah, and
something,
then
yeah.
you're suddenly a billionaire. Like that just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's probably not as nice as you
I'd
think.
just go missing me.
Yeah, because that elephant in the room, I rate that ruins everything.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
Well, you just mix in a different circle then. Just leave,
Well, that's
see
what-
it, fuck
yeah.
off. and
Well,
you're in a
that's what
different
Blair
circle.
says. Is like because there's a certain point you want to do things that people just can't afford to do. So you're like, well, I'm just have to go and do them. You either pay for the people to do it, or you go and do it. It's
Well,
one of
Kevin
the
Hart
two.
had that bit, didn't he? About when he got rich and then he moved into the NBA players
Yeah, and just-
levels,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
was going, "Whoa, this is 300 grand a hand at the casino," and Kevin Hart's
Yeah.
just breaking into the 10 mil mark.
Yeah.
And he's trying to hang with LeBron and Shaq, and they're like 400 million, and he's
Yeah.
like, "I've got like 10 at the minute." Like he can't hang in that lane.
Yeah,
I
that's
felt like that, and
interesting.
it's not even my money.
Yeah.
But wasn't that story? I saw on that
Well, that's the thing, though.
when Michael Jordan was like, "How much do you want to bet?" And the golf, they went like, "What do you want to win? Well, how much do you want to bet for?" Like it wasn't the amount to him wasn't.
Well, that was the Jordan's thing was whether it's $50 or 50,000, I can cover it.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Makes no difference to him.
I just want to bet.
Well, you also whatever it makes. Like if I put £1,000 on a bet, my heart is going mad.
Yeah.
So you got to find whatever that is for you, whatever you're worth.
Yeah, but with Jordan, it was more just the competition. That's what I was saying about. If you watch The Last Dance, he had to gamble on it. But it wasn't a gamble. It was just he wanted to take your money.
Yeah.
Because the idea that you think you could beat him was wound them up.
Gotcha.
So if you're gambling, you think you can beat him. So if you went and played golf with him, he'd say, "What can you afford?"
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And he
didn't care amount.
He didn't care the amount, but you had to give him the money at the end of it because the idea that you'll be willing to gamble him because that says to him you think you can beat him at whatever the sport you're playing. That was what it was. It was like a lesson.
Fucking weirdo, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, that's. I get it. Sound like a nutcase. Yeah,
I get it. I've got that. I love taking money off my mates.
I always think that about like Ronaldo as well. They're always, people talk about it like it's like a virtue. I'm like, he's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's not like
a psychopath.
Have a day off,
it's a
Go
psychopath.
enjoy your Bugatti, will
just
you?
have a fucking chicken zinger meal or something. You fucking freak.
It is a psychopath thing, but I've got a bit of it in me. I've never got that level. I would rather bet with my mates than bet with the bookies. He loves roulette, and I don't get it. I don't like gambling in that way.
Yeah,
I like being right. So every time I gamble, I'm beating the bookies. It's me v the bookies, but I have notes in my phone of all the bets I've got with my mates, and it adds up to like grands. We have like 20 quid there, 50 quid there throughout the season because I just fucking love being right and then being fucking told you so, give me that money. Like, yeah.
Did you roulette in the casino or the machine?
Oh, it's just a machine.
That's a problem. That.
Yeah, roulette.
That's when I think someone's got a problem.
That's
when,
proper gambling.
when someone does the machines, I'm like, that's a problem gambler.
Gangster. In the game, a real gangster.
That is a gambler.
Yeah.
I don't consider myself a gambler. I consider myself competitive.
Yeah, that's like a final stage evolution.
On the end game.
Because they let gambling here is like encouraged.
That's
the Charizard of gamblers. The roulette machine.
We have gamblers in South Africa, but like you guys have gambling places that are services. Like you can be on your way to holiday and then stop and gamble. What
That's
the
the
fuck,
most
man?
depressing gambling I ever see.
Blackpool.
Some fella at 2 a.m. in a set.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
No, Blackpool arcades where the dad's on the fruities and the kids on the 10p and the whole family's gambling.
It's terrible, man.
It's fucking shocking. They got a 10-year-old on the 2p's gambling.
This time next week.
Just make sure you fill up the car before you start gambling.
So what you're not like? There's not fruities in South Africa?
Fruities.
Fruit machines.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the ones where you go like bing and then there's three. Those. I won money on one once. Yeah, so
once.
Yeah, once, and then every other time lost. They just. I'd rather play blackjack or something.
Yeah,
I like blackjack or poker. I'll play poker with.
Is it not the same gambling sort of thing in South Africa then? They're not that sort of.
No, we gamble, but not like you guys. It's everywhere, man. Like the services, that's not normal, right? You know that. Like that's insane.
It is weird.
Like you realize that.
Pull over for arrest.
Because you just grow up.
Blow your money.
Yeah, you just
blow your
grow up
petrol
in that.
money. Stuck in the service.
If you're in the services at 2 a.m., you're not a baller, are you?
You got a tenner. You got a tenner, but it's 30 quid to get home. You're like, I've got to do something.
Get this. Come on. This is me getting home.
You're not a boy. Exactly. Like you've already messed up. The fact you're there means you're never going to win anyway.
You've been kicked out the game.
Whatever you're here isn't good.
You come home to your missus like, I didn't even have to pay for my KFC. Winnings, baby.
Baby, we did it. Baby, we did it.
Didn't even have to pay for the Fuck off.
Well, you know, back in the day, they used to put pubs and bookies next door to each other.
I can imagine, man.
So like, there'd be everywhere you saw a pub, there'd be a bookie next door.
Some people have a problem. I had a friend like that. We used to play indoor cricket, like you play indoor football, and we had a few drinks, and then we were driving home. And there was the casino there, and there was a roadblock, like a police roadblock. And he was just screaming at me, go to the casino. And I was like, are we going to go round the police roadblock though? And he was just fucking insane, dude. Lost all his money.
No.
And then he gave me a few chips at some point because it's like 4 a.m. I was like, give me some chips, dude. So he gave me, and then I won money, right? So, but like not much. I must have, I had like 30 quid. Do you know I won? And he lost everything he had. And then he started telling me, I owe him half my money. And I was like, not a fucking chance, dude. You are unreliable.
I respect him. You do that with half your money.
I took him for breakfast. That's how long we went for a 7 a.m. breakfast with my money. But there's people like that just can't help themselves.
That's him. That's him. He fucking, mate, if he don't have a kid,
No, I'm fine
Are you a
now.
gambler then?
No.
Have you done you the 2 a.m. at the services?
I just do it for the podcast.
Yeah, let's just say he's had a few £100 shits before.
It's very funny.
That was a £600 shit. Well.
Do you use into the horses?
Nah.
I'm not into them, but I love them. I just think they're fascinating.
I love going the horses.
I feel like the horses is it's like the top and the bottom of society and nothing in between. It's like the fucking, it's literally like the Queen. And fucking and like no middle. It's just you're either a billionaire or you've blown all your money at the services at 2 a.m. Like, that's who's interested in horses.
I used to work on the taxi on the taxis. I used to work Aintree, and it's mental that people getting you back of your taxi. And you're like, why are you here?
It's mad.
Like, why are you here? It's just full of slags and that, and you're using just like mega money. Like, and then you speak to them, and they've come for one race.
Yeah,
and they've like you spent what? So you're in like the best hotel. You've paid whatever for tickets in the best stand, and like they'll come out at 3 o'clock, and I'll be like, "Oh, you're out early. Something happened." They're like, "Oh no, we come to see one horse in one race, and then we're getting off." And I'm just like, that is unreal.
Is it like a day out, the horses? Like, is it like
it is for poor people?
Because you know, like if you go, I like cricket, and like when you go to a cricket, half the time you're not even watching, you're just getting pissed.
Point.
Is that what the horses is like as well?
So I like gambling. So when I go, I'm fully invested in it. Like pretend to know about it and that for the day, even though I haven't got a fucking clue. But I've got mates who'll go, and then we'll miss 5. Like we'll put a bet in the first race, and then we'll miss every other race because they're too busy drinking and Whereas I have a routine when I go, just because I fucking love it. I just love. I love thinking I know about it for one day. So I'll read the form like I've got it like oh yeah, he's won the last 5. Like, what first, second, first? Oh, right,
little blue pen behind.
No clue about handicaps or nothing. And then when I go and get me winnings, I'm like, that's the woman fucking told you. Take me money. I'll win one race the whole day, but make me even. So I'm
I knew I was dead. I knew I was dead. The ground is firm to
honestly, I've got a clue about none of it. All I know to read is how many races. This season they've ran 4 times and he's won 4 times. So I'm back at him. And the horse above him, who'd be favourite, will have come second, first. And I'm like, this bitch coming second. And then I find out, because he's been with elite horses, and this bum's been racing no ones just to take your money. Just to take your money, you fucking dickhead,
yeah. You're like, I bet you're dead annoying to people who like horse racing there. You like, you speak to someone about football and they've just like got a few phrases or they've just got a couple of opinions of something and they just churn them out.
I'm probably, because like when it comes to football, I won't speak to people about football.
Yeah.
Like we don't speak football on this podcast because I won't respect Simon's opinion.
But I'm better than it, so. Ironic.
I can't talk about. I'm too biased, me.
You're biased?
Yeah, I think Liverpool are going to get relegated every season. Like, the boy just shit, mate.
Yeah.
I know Mo Salah scored 30 goals every season, but this is the year.
He's going to get found out. He's going to get found out, mate. It's a system player. He's a system player.
I try and be reasonable. I won't start talking about football, but I try and be reasonable. But I just descend into just fucking nonsense. Just like
that's what I'm like over the horses, in the sense that like I know nothing, but I walk in there and just the minute I get one right, I'm telling you.
So
mate,
you're a good gambler though on the horses. Do you normally win, or is it touch and go?
I'm about the evens because I'm only back in the top 3 probably. And I'll just be like, it's not that hard to read the form to get one right, and if you get one right, you come up. I only bet the same stakes on every race.
Yes,
like a 10-20 quid a race. So the most I'll ever lose is 80 quid.
Yeah,
and then you get one in. You won 80 quid, so you're fine.
That's fun.
But I am with mates. I will, like I say, there's times where I bet like I've gone too far. I mean, we've had to say, let's just call it quits.
It must be the worst though. I used to work in a call center in a bank when I just started working. And we used to do like a overnight. It was called the graveyard shift from like midnight to 8 a.m. And then we'd have to phone the gamblers because they would do like £100,000 at a time.
Yeah.
And I remember this one guy, he did 4 100,000s the whole night. And I phoned him. I'd be like, hey, is this you? Are you doing this? And he's like, yeah. But by the last time I phoned him, he was pissed off with me. Like
The
it was
phone
somehow
and
my
checking
phone.
him,
Yeah. Because I knew he kept losing, dude.
Because he's chasing him.
I'm like, wait. And then I remember thinking, just give me some. Like, why are you doing this, dude?
Yeah, that
Sick
is.
man. Dustin.
Yeah.
But that is another thing with gamblers. Like you're saying, about when you become a millionaire, you can't hang around people. Imagine being a gambler and a millionaire. Because imagine us all going to races and his fucking father-in-law's putting 50 grand a race. You're going, that's more than my pay for my house.
Yeah.
Like just like you just put more than I pay for my house, and you could just give me that. I'll have a better house.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like my
And
life
then,
could change.
and
you're
then
doing
they
that
lose
for
it and they're not
entertainment,
asked.
What?
And then they lose it and they're not asked.
yeah.
That's
And you're
even
like,
worse. That's what you're like, fuck.
oh, yeah. That's mental.
Yeah, but he needs to put millions on. That's what I mean. He goes to Monaco and he puts 5 million a spin on because he needs to feel something.
So people like
So, again, though, but it's not the same, is it? Gambling's not the same anymore. It's just a bit of fun for them.
No, I think there's some people that are rich that have got gambling problems.
Yeah.
That guy I knew, that one guy, he was always gambling, man.
a lot of people, a lot of
Always.
very rich people lose all the money gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad, innit? A lot of like former athletes and stuff have
What's
done
crazy is they meant to be the smartest people, so they know this is you're wired to
that's the
lose,
thing.
but they think they're so
sick.
smart.
That's the thing.
Yeah, they're
There's
sick.
an arrogance in them. Of
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I'm dead smart. And
Yeah.
Because there's people who have met before who are rich, and you're like, you're dead smart at that one thing. You're forgetting. You're forgetting. You're a fucking idiot. at everything else.
You don't know this fucking roulette on the TV screen. Yeah.
Like, stop thinking you're the smartest person in the room because you're dead good at one thing. Like, leave it
Yeah,
alone.
it's true that
Bit of fun though, isn't it?
gambling.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'll have a bit on the football, but that's
You
it.
do
But,
love it, don't you?
Lose everything.
I love playing
Fun makes you
roulette
feel.
real and craps.
No.
I love doing that, man. I love
play
gambling
that.
as well.
I don't
but-
like chance. I just
Snakes.
like say with
Hey?
me.
Snake eyes.
What's that?
I don't know. Is that what you
Oh, that
like?
movie. Are you saying the movie with?
No, you said craps. and I
Crabs.
thought-
What's crab?
oh, when you get
That's
one,
the
when
one
you
where
get
you
one,
throw-
1 and 1.
7. You can't like the one they always do in the movies where you.
Yeah,
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 I'm saying,
yeah,
what is
yeah.
it? What? How'd you play it?
Oh, so what happens is 7's the number. You can't. Like, they're funny, man. I said 7 once, and they told me to fuck off.
Snake eyes is the number. Is the what's snake eyes in that?
I don't know. I'm not an expert. I like just like throwing the dice, and then
Yeah.
you
But
put it on
I
the
don't know what it
spot,
means.
and you keep
I don't know
winning
the game.
until 7, and then at 7, all your money's gone.
Oh,
So, but it keeps doubling. So you're on the board, and you're like, yeah, and then fucking 7, man, and then people.
So can you take your money at any point?
Yeah. But people get pissed off with the guy throwing the dice if they make him lose, and then they're like, "You can't fucking throw," and people go.
So the only
crazy.
thing you can't throw is a 7.
7 in, 7 out. Yeah. So like when you're winning, if you get a 7, you're out. Like all the money's gone.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's why they take that stick, man, and they just.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
just
it's
don't
good
get
fun.
how you win. That's the only thing.
Nah,
So then
that
you
doesn't sound like
just go
fun to
like,
me.
I'm
That
out.
sounds
I'm
wild.
out.
Yeah.
That sounds like the kind of game that has people jumping off bridges after
Yeah.
on a roll and then just
Yeah.
Well,
gone.
I'll tell before when we play blackjack. I've got a mate. He used to hammer the casino when we were there, when we were in uni. And it's just, he's basically, his dad was loaded. And he got his dad's credit card. Just to take money out and just fucking hammer the casino. And we were playing one time, and there's someone. So you know when you play black, you said you like playing blackjack.
Yeah.
There was a big thing about like the M boxes.
Yeah,
People don't like playing
Very-
the M boxes yet. So he was playing one of the M boxes, and there's obviously certain rules. Don't take on 6 and all
Yeah.
that shit. And he kept costing this fella money, and this fella just turned and went, "How much do you want to win tonight?" And he's like, "How much do you want to win tonight?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "How much would you be happy to go in with tonight?" And he's like, "I don't know, like $2,000." And the fella just threw it at him and said, "Fuck off. Go away. Fuck off."
Wow.
And like my mate was trying to say no, and I was like, "Take that fucking money and go.
Go and run.
Someone's trying to
Yeah,
give
yeah.
us $2,000 here.
Yeah, he's
you
helping us.
stupid swat.
Yeah.
Take the money and run."
Hey, just
You
take
just
it and go
beat
to a
the
different
casino.
table.
Yeah. Well, that's what he did. He took it, went the roulette, and I was
Yeah.
like, "You dickhead! Like, why? Like, I couldn't understand how someone's give you $2,000 and you're back gambling it."
But do you do this? I go to a casino. I'm like, if I hit this, I'm gone. And if I do, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Because it's the worst. It's the worst if you hit it and you stay.
depends.
You
It's
see
loser
those eyes.
mentality.
Yeah.
Never give in.
You can't do that. Oh, that's the
Never
worst. man.
retreat. Never surrender.
No.
I don't have how much I win. I have how much I'm going to spend, and then
Okay, yeah, something like that.
However long I'm in a casino for is like,
danger, yeah.
You're gonna be on the front line.
There's
Don't
another
ever
world.
back off.
There's another world where I'm working in a call center and I'm phoning Simon.
Yeah.
Keep shooting, mate.
Yeah.
I want to learn mahjong and go to like a triad casino. I just think it would be sick.
What's that?
You know, like it's like the game that the Chinese gambling. It's like it's kind of like dominoes, but not.
Yeah.
But I just think it would be sick.
It's a bit like pairs and stuff, but it's all like scaled on top of
Yeah, it's like a table game, but they play it in like the Chinese casinos.
Dead quick
It's like
and all
solitaire.
that.
You can play solitaire, can't you, in Vegas? And
I just love to go to like a proper like triad casino. And I just think, I don't know, I've watched too many like Jackie Chan films.
Just get your Muay Thai out.
With like a fucking cigar or something. Just
Test your Muay Thai out on their kung fu. Oh.
yeah, speaking like dubbed. My lips don't match what I'm saying. Give me another.
Oh. Skill to attempt that.
What?
To try and speak like I'm being badly dubbed.
Yeah, because you could just come racist.
Yeah, it's just going to be racist straight away.
You're just going to sound
Give it a
racist.
go.
That's the only place you're going to go to.
No, that was bad.
You, Justin. Dustin.
It's always like weirdly paced, and it's like, you think you can test me?
I can't watch dub stuff.
I am the master of the monkey style. That's how it sounds, like weirdly like paced up, makes sense as a sentence. We're just watching it to watch them beat shit out of each other, and that's like, you're not watching a kung fu film for the story, are you?
So why are you, if you're living in London, then what are you up north? What are you doing up north?
I'm here all the time. Well, my family's there.
Right.
Gig a lot up here.
What is it? Was the another way you had like shocked experience of like seeing what air lifestyle was like? What was the most shocking thing?
No way you're going.
That's such a
you're
good
like,
question.
Mate, well, it's
Like,
definitely
walking into
more
your
of a
castle
shock.
house.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's been to my mum's house a few times. It's always a shock.
Just every time.
Last
It's
time,
still
there's
this
always,
small. What
there's
the
al-
fuck?
no, because it's not a shock. Like the house isn't a shock.
So funny. First time she met her mum, just give her a coat. Like, where's your mum? Like,
There's always a new thing like that happens where she's like, what the fuck? Like the first time she come, I don't know if this is a working class figure or it's just my family, but
Yeah.
I hadn't seen my mum for about 3 months.
yeah.
I knocked on the door. She opened the door and she just went, "You all right?" And then like walked in. And she's like, "She's not going to give you a hug." I was like, "No, we don't really do that." It's not really.
Yeah,
It's not really what we do around
We
here.
can't afford affection around here, love.
That's weakness. What about?
That 3-second hug gets you shot, mate.
And then, yeah, people can see we're at the door. And then
Someone's looking in the house while we're hugging. Fuck off.
the last time we were there, Smackheads came around with meat.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this? Like, why is this Smackheads at your house? Or why are you buying meat off them?
Yeah, you like
It's
to
expensive.
No, but I did.
And you explain to her, you know, Sainsbury's, this is like one on wheel
Yeah.
service too. They come to you, baby.
So there's that. And then my mum's next door neighbour's a mad one. She always like kick it off with a fella.
Yeah.
And she just like walked in my mum's house in her knickers, like, he's like, again. She's just sat there like, what is going on here? Yeah. So it's-
In a knickers.
yeah, probably just like, he's
You
like,
tingle?
no.
No.
Yeah, and it's but it's just like shit that's not normal, but pretty
Yeah.
normal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you're just like,
Like
what
it
is
wouldn't
going
make
on
you
here?
get shocked, but someone else who's never seen it's going to be like,
Yes, that's not a regular occurrence.
Yeah.
Where I mean, it's a regular occurrence that she's kicking off with a fella, but it's not a regular occurrence that she's walking in my mum's house in her knickers. But like, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, what's happening?
Yeah, you wouldn't
this
be,
is a
you wouldn't
story.
be, yeah, you wouldn't be
Do you
like,
know what I
oh,
mean?
what's going on? You'd just
Yeah.
like, fucking cheese at it again.
Yeah, and like the smackheads coming around with like drinking meat, that's not a weird thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, you know, not that I'd buy it off them, but
Oh, you would. It depends on what it was. There's no point lying.
I don't know where they got it from.
I've
Maybe they procured
I've
it.
bought loads of smackheads, yeah.
Maybe they've got a trade.
I've bought off
I used to buy loads of razor blades. Yeah, all the Gillette. When I used to use Gillette, all the Gillette razor blades and all that. They're like the smackheads. They robbed to order from by yours.
No, they just bring it around.
All right,
bring it
in the
round.
pub when I used to like, my dad's always like, I'd a local. When I used to be drinking in there, he'd come in the pub and say,
Yeah. I've stolen like a.
we're doing it. Well, nobody come and go. We're doing a run to Asda. What's everyone want? And you put an order in like what you want, and they go and rob it for you. Yeah.
Oh, they came around once with fucking like Tesco Basic. I was like, mate, you fucking robbing it? Why are you bringing the
Why are you bringing the basic?
Why are you robbing the Basic?
Yeah,
Like, get the good shit. We weirdos.
But I sort of think about what I can't think what the interview was, and it was someone about going from being poor to like having money, and he said the hardest thing to do was to sleep because there was no noise, because he's so used to sleeping in a council estate and there'd just be police car, traffic, just be noise constantly. And then when he moved into his posh house for the first time, he's like, it was dark and silent. And I've never known darkness and silence in like reality. Like, that was mental. The idea that like there was just nothing going on.
But he'd
just
never
slept.
had silence. Yeah, that's
he'd
crazy.
never had proper silence.
Yeah.
Like, there was always a car going past or a street light or someone shouting in the street
Yeah.
or something. And I was like, I remember thinking that going, fuck, I don't know whether I've ever, not right, except in a hotel or a countryside or somewhere where I've ever actually like, I've never stayed in a house where it's quiet overnight.
No,
Do you think if you just became, let's say you got 10 million, you think you'd keep it, or do you think you'd? I know you're done.
Oh, he's
done. He's at this podcast next week again.
You won't know me, you won't see me. I might do the odd spot wherever I am.
I do 2 gigs a month or something.
I think we
Really?
do.
I do comedy all the time.
I
if
do
won
2
money.
gigs.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd
that's
open a
all I
comedy
do,
club.
man.
All you do.
Yeah. If I won
Yeah, but then
enough money to.
every green room, people look at you going, yeah, but come on.
Oh, but I wouldn't tell anyone.
No.
Yeah.
Anyone.
Did
You know,
notice
a friend of
something,
mine's
though.
a journalist, and he went to go find out previous lottery winners.
Yeah.
He went to 18. All 18 had lost the money, and they were eventually like, the money's cursed, man. Like, it's just hard because think about it. All your friends, everyone wants money. You try to be. It's like I don't think
you've got to be ruthless.
Yeah.
You've got to be. It's got to be a case of when does it end?
What Simon says, you got to just like
I'd go missing.
go missing.
I just leave my house and I just go somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how long till you like? I want to.
I mean, I'm not even rich, and you won't catch me in long sight now.
Yeah.
You mad? What am I going there for? Let's go get a Rubicon or something. Fuck off.
He's going to buy 3 meal deals if he wins.
I'm alright with Coke Zero, mate. I don't need to be back.
I've had ideas of what I'd do.
Yeah?
Stuff like if
Well,
I went
like
for
what?
Well, if I went for a pint with my dad, I'd have to like just it's an open bar while I'm here.
Yeah.
Just it's an open bar. Like, that's my gift to everyone because I'm not giving you all money. But while I'm in this pub and you've all known me my whole life, and I'm sure there's a justifiable case for me to give all these money, it's just an open bar. So like every now and again, I stroll in, everyone drinks for free.
Yeah.
Just them little things like that.
That's nice.
Right, but like
So like I won't give you any money, but here's a pint. Yeah.
well, yeah, but you're not drinking tonight, so there's 100
Yeah,
quid
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
I've given everyone 100 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or two, if you want to stay and make a night of it, there's like whatever. Tonight's free now,
Yes.
and every time I go and have a pint with my dad, I'd probably do that, which is every couple of months.
Yeah.
So every couple of months I'd roll in, everyone's gotten free ale, so there's just things like that in my head. It's like you have to look out. You'd have to look after a handful of people, and then after that, it'd have to be. I can't.
You're like a tribe. You'd have to
Can't
have
do
a
it
tribe.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just snowballs, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's
You just
when do you stop? Because I'm in 3 different groups with 3 different gangs of mates. In one of them, there's 16 people in the group. I'm not giving 16 people £1 million. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Like, so it'd have to be like 3 or 4 in that group,
Mm.
then 3 or 4 in the other group, or 2 or 3, and then 1 or 2, and then you're like, right, no more now. And then what I'd do, I'd just be generous every now and again. I'd just be like, someone's doing something for charity. Yeah,
Yes.
here's a few grand.
Yeah.
Here's what-
Mate, I got a story, okay? My sister's friend, she was dating this guy.
Yeah.
One
And
who looks
then-
like me.
Hey?
One
Yeah,
looks
my
like me.
sister that looks... No, this is a different guy. So it's her friend. She was dating this guy, and then he just broke up with her.
Yeah.
And he'd won the lottery.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
much?
yeah.
fucking.
Dude, he was... it was millions, yeah.
Didn't even front it out that he's met. Didn't even like stay
He
with
kept
her.
it on
and-
the down low, but like he broke up with her as he won the lottery. He suddenly went, I can do whatever I want to.
I can pay the mortgage
Yeah,
off
yeah,
for you now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Nice
imagine.
of him.
Well, that's
Nice. Imagine someone breaks up with you. They're just like, sorry, we're not dating anymore. And you're like, you.
Yeah,
that's-
but at least they're not married.
Did he
'Cause
pay for the house?
I reckon there's people
No,
who
he just left her.
I reckon there's people who are married who would.
Oh.
who
They
would
weren't
do
married.
that.
They were engaged.
Probably paid for
They were
the house.
engaged though.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Say there's the mortgage paid off for you.
Yeah, something. He just
Oh,
gone.
right, okay.
Just
fair
God.
play, clean.
yeah,
yeah.
but she must have really annoyed him.
yeah. That's what I
So,
think. Yeah. And he was
so
just.
he did what he had to
Yeah.
do there.
Maybe
I
he just
wonder
thought he
how
couldn't
many
be better.
Just throw him under the bus,
Yeah.
Dustin.
I wonder how many Malaysia would
G.
make it.
They're only together because one of them hasn't won the lottery. That's the only reason.
Would it work the other way?
So the relationships are making over 10 years. We're one lottery and away from splitting up.
Yeah. And you,
The number just goes down until they get it. We just get a tenner. Just a tenner.
The scratchy comes in, I'm done. If I can win my Uber money out of here, that's it.
Do you feel like smackheads have that like a lower threshold of like a fucking I've got a BMX, fuck off.
I reckon it's the opposite. I reckon smackheads have higher thresholds.
Do you think?
Because they're just going to stay on the smack anyway. So they're like, yeah, come with me, we'll just kill ourselves. And be great.
Yeah.
Whereas like we've got responsibilities. Like I want to get away from these responsibilities.
Yeah, true actually, because you can't. If you're a smackhead and you win the lottery, you can't just start marry a normal person. Then
no, you got to.
Somebody in Ormskirk won that 55 mil in the Euro Millions. 18.
How much?
55 mil.
55.
Yeah, but do you even want that at 18, man?
Fucking
yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
Dude, what do you mean? Do you want
What's he doing? What's he doing with that money?
Shut
No
up.
ways. I would be
Nothing.
dead. I would be dead.
Exactly. But
No.
what a way to go.
But that year that he's alive will be better than the 60 he
think
would have
so?
lived.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? The trade-off is, live fast, die young.
Yeah. That's my. That's
I'd do well for it.
55 mil at 18. That's ruining you, though.
What?
It's ruining you.
How is it ruining you?
Done. You crazy. Look at
I think-
Justin Bieber,
Yeah,
man.
I
I
think
think that's
that's
what happened to
18.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, but that's fine though, because that's just who you are now. At 18 is the best time to have it because it doesn't matter because you're now in a point in your life where if you just whatever you turn into, that's just who you are.
But what if, okay,
It's
Simon
sound-
wins it
It's
at
harder
18,
for us to do it.
and everyone knows him, and then 3 years later he's worth nothing. You can't go back to your an idiot.
18. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
you'd never say no to 55 mil, but yeah, 18's young.
I think
to win
18 is
it
the
at.
perfect time to win it because you can be the cunt. You can. How many people do we know at 18 go to uni? You never see them again because they turn into different people.
Yeah.
That's me.
So, yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're saying
I mean,
to
you've
adjust
done-
to it.
you've done-
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got what you
18 is,
mean.
but because
You mean like, yeah.
anyone who's in your life at 18, let's be honest, besides from the immediate family, you can just get rid of.
But I know if I had 55 million at 18, I would have blown it. Like, there's not a chance that I would have kept it. That's a
little
not
bit of life. I can
Yeah.
help.
I think 55 is a bit different. I do. It's
If it blow it, that's hard, man.
few hundred
It's
grand
hard to
at
go
18.
back.
Yeah,
to
I
work a
understand.
job for a few years to see how shit everything is for people
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then
no.
get the money, then
You won't-
it
Yeah, you
might
see,
give you a
Yeah.
little
that's
bit
dad
more-
advice right there.
I'd
That's
never-
a little bit
experience
more
coming from.
perspective on it.
That's losing everything you have at 2 a.m. at a services casino.
That's losing coming down 33, you fucking bastard.
Sat on the massage chair, so you don't have to go home. Just fucking go.
He hasn't put a pound in it though. He's just sat on it. There's
Just
no
saved a
massaging.
pound.
It's just there. Just like, why are you here? Yeah. Because I mean,
Just
I'm sleeping
vibrating
here or
himself.
sleeping on the couch. Which one? At least he is quiet.
Backwards tonight, babe.
Just asking truck drivers for a quid as they walk by. A quid for this
Hey
chair.
mate, where are you going? Any chance of a lift?
The massage chair. What more could you want? Got a casino, a Burger King, a massage chair.
It's like the fella from the terminal, just like,
It's
I'm
like an
never leaving
all-inclusive
here.
that, yeah. Where did you go? Junction 21, baby.
Holiday Inn, what's not to
It's like people out who won't leave a machine and the gambler's like, it's going to drop soon now.
Yeah.
You know, it's there for 10 years going, that's dropping. And one of these days, I'm committed. That is dropping. I'm not leaving till it drops.
Some of the funniest videos of people on them betties, though, on YouTube.
Yeah.
So funny.
When what?
When they're on them betting machines, when people are taking snide videos of people on the
Oh, where they're losing it.
filming the bookies, are you? Oh,
No.
but you YouTube them.
I've seen someone punch it in, like punch the screen in, and then
Just
just like,
something some of them, I've told on the podcast before, but something some of them are saying, it's just so hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause it's just like some old Italian fella who's like 85 and he's just going, fuck you, fuck you. He's like, fuck God, fuck Christ, fuck Jesus, fuck everything. One geezer, he does a spin and then he walks around the book. Like, these are mentally ill people. What are you doing?
I think you used to do this, but like I've seen mates do it where they put 50 quid on different numbers, spin it, and before it even spins, because you play them so much, you know where the ball comes out, where it's going to drop, but it just drops like the opposite way. So they've gone, well, I'm like, that is mental.
Wow.
That is mental. 50 odd quid, and you're not even going to watch it spin.
Yeah.
At least have the delight of seeing the colours go
Yes.
round.
Yeah.
I get the fucking visceral delight in it, but no.
That YouTube, if you do get a chance to watch it, type in YouTube, man, like roulette something.
I'm gonna watch
I'd
it.
love to watch that.
Old man on roulette
Yeah.
machine. It's
Yeah.
just so funny. Mate.
You're not-
It's only about 30 seconds on. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I read
God, fuck English.
God, fuck English.
Fuck Jesus.
Fuck Christmas.
Christmas is the best. Christmas is the best. And he means that literally. Because those kids ain't getting nothing. Those kids ain't getting nothing.
Cuts 2 months later, he's sitting there at Christmas going, no, I'm not taking part. Get that fucking crown off your head. I meant it. I meant every word.
It's just like the bottom in it. It's just the bottom of it's just the most broken.
It's the most angry fucking evil.
Just, what is he even saying? What the fuck?
They're just
What
emptying
happened to
out.
him? So he was playing, and then I guess he left, and then someone else put a coin in.
No,
And
he's lost.
No, he's just losing.
They just obviously filming for like 35 foot, so you don't actually see the end.
Yeah.
But it just makes me laugh so much.
That's hilarious.
I've seen so many people in that position where they're just sitting there. You're going like, there's people I've seen be racist next to the person who would be offended, and they've just given him a pass. They're literally there's like, oh yeah, that guy's not.
Fair
well.
enough. Yeah.
He's not. He's going through
He's just
stuff.
lost his mortgage. Yeah.
Just leave.
Do you think they have a name for it, the gamblers? Because, like, you know, scuba diving, it's called the bends. When you go, they must have like a
when you
name.
stop,
No,
you
he's
know,
just he's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
The tilt.
Yeah, the tilt.
He's on tilt. Yeah,
Is that the
chasing,
tilt?
Yeah, they call it
Tilt
the.
is when it's just like yeah, it's gone
Yeah.
now, and
Yeah.
then that's when you see it and you go, you're just this is gone now for you.
Yeah.
There's no helping
In
him.
sport, they call it the yips.
The yips.
Yeah.
Like when someone's sleepwalking, you don't wake them up. You just got to let them get to the bottom.
I was in the one time with some Asian fella years ago, and he got the maximum on 25 about 3 spins, and he just went, I don't know what, he yips or something like that. Then he just cashed out, went to get it because he just come off a shift. It was insane.
Wow.
He'd been in for 2 minutes,
That's
and he just
amazing.
got 20 quid, won about 80. And
Loving
on the
his
third
life.
Spin, he just nailed 25, and it just come in. 3 spins, and then you can see, oh, that's why you get addicted to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
it is.
800 quid
Anyone who
more.
gets addicted always won the first couple of bets.
But I can do that. I
He
did.
played like somebody he knew what he was doing. He wasn't fucking around.
But do you remember you into MMA?
Yeah.
So when Anderson Silva fought Chris Weidman years ago, I was in uni, and the
he broke his
odds.
leg.
This is still when like the bookies didn't know about MMA.
Yeah.
And they all, because Anderson Silva was like the champion, they all just had him as like a massive favourite. And I was like, I actually thought Weidman was going to like wrestle him, so I just put like loads of money on it for Weidman to win. And I won, and I never bet it again.
When Anderson broke, I know someone. When I used to work in Leeds, fella from the takeaway next door used to come in and like he'd have a drink and we'd have a chat, and he was like, I put the lottery on once, I won a tenner, and I put it on again because I'm off. I was like, that is mental, mate. Because I put the lottery on because I'm to never speak to you again.
Yeah.
To never speak to people like you ever again. That's
I did the same with Euro Millions. I won 600 quid on Euro Millions.
Yeah.
No, and then just didn't put it on again. I'm not going to win again, am I?
You got to reinvest.
You got to do that. Yeah,
but he's already won the lottery anyway when he went to
exactly. Yeah.
What are you playing it for? Like, it would piss me off if you won it. It pissed me off.
I shouldn't tell you that, but I can't. I do bits about it, so I can't not talk about it. It's weird, isn't it? About being
rich.
I'm not actually rich, but
Right, Khalid, where can we find you besides from with high society?
You can find me at Annabelle's. Oh, you guys don't know what Annabelle's is, do you?
No, man. Soho House.
I love that.
Soho House
Stuff
is
I
shit,
don't even
mate.
know about. That's the new echelon.
Tell me, just go over my head and talk about it.
Think of Bugatti being like, nah, mate.
You don't even
There's a
know.
car you don't
You
even
don't-
know.
You've never heard of it. If you saw it, you'd just be like, what's
but
that?
a car that he's not allowed to know what it is. That's what you really
It doesn't
want.
look to you. It looks like a normal car. At Khalid Winter.
At Khalid Winter on everything.
Find me on Insta, TikTok.
Anything you wanna
Do
promote?
clips. Do history videos as well. If people are into that kind of thing. Got a podcast called Excavate, which is it's like documentaries, basically history documentaries. They're almost like little audio books for people to listen to. So
There you go.
find that. 4 half-an-hour episodes for each subject.
That's cool, man. I listened to Fall of Civilizations. Have you heard? That's similar. Like,
No, who does it?
I don't know, some guy.
Oh yeah, some guy.
listen to it,
He's left a real impression on you.
It's not bad, this game. He listens to it and he doesn't
He
know
listens to
a
it.
chance of we all
What are we doing, man? Should we
But
just
the
fucking give
You
up?
follow the podcast. It's such a good one. Yeah, I love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours is called Excavate.
Excavate, yeah. I've not done one for, but it doesn't matter. Like they kind of
It's
about,
history.
that.
they don't go out of date. Do you know what I mean? From thousands of years ago.
Yeah, I listened to a couple of things like that where like the one that's based on stuff and they're like, oh, we've been researching. It's like, no, you haven't, you lazy cunt. You haven't done a podcast for a while.
Yeah.
Where we found you, Dustin?
There was a Dustin Moore comedian on Instagram, Facebook. And YouTube.
Anything to promote?
No. I just, just come watch me. Or
just life.
Click a follow.
Just follow and see him when he eventually goes on tour. Nice one. Thank you very much. Shout out to the Patreon. Come to the live show. Love yous. Ta-da.